People should be able to hear us any second, hopefully.
On YouTube or on Twitch?
Both. Yeah, man. Let me know, Twitch crew or YouTube crew, if we are live and you can in fact hear me. Also, up the fucking Reds.
Very on brand.
No doubt.
I'm actually wearing some Redmen merch.
Oh yeah, let me see. Oh mate, you should have said I'd have sent you it.
No messing. No, I'll support the lads.
That's fucking wicked. I love that, mate.
Yeah, mate, I'm all about it. I'm a big Jordan fan, so.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love them. Right. Yes, Chris. Yes, Owen. Chris, both alright. Michael Upton's there. Right. Twitch gang, getting the emojis in already. Today, there is no Paul Machin, there's no Maul Pachin. We've not changed any of the graphics. We have, in fact, got Dr. Benji FM.
Yeah.
What? I can't wait, mate.
I mean, it's an honour, if I'm honest, as a long-term fan to now be part of the channel. What a moment for me.
I mean, with your career, could be the highlight.
Bloody hell! What? I mean, you get some big names in your time, but none bigger than
I know.
the most viewed football manager creator on the planet. Is that how I like to say it?
That is right. I mean, I heard you say that twice in a week now.
Yeah. I like it as much as possible.
Right, I'm going to mute our mics for a bit because I want to do some ASMR.
Okay. No, I just thought, well, I'll let you do that and then I'll tweet it out.
Yes, Shin. I am a huge fan.
Horrifying. That's horrifying. I'm not obviously I'm not in charge of your audience or your creations, but I just want to apologise on behalf of you and the Redmen TV at large for what you've just done. That's appalling.
Don't need to.
Again, I'm so sorry.
Apologise.
Yeah, that's awesome. Right, and now
This is the best part of the stream, mate. Ah, they've muted me. Sly. See, this is one of my favourite parts. Obviously, everyone's getting in the chat and stuff now, which is great to see. And we cut this off, so it's just a little surprise for live people.
Yeah, a surprise. Yeah, you're right.
It's why they're all here. They're here and they're in their, cock in hand. And this is my mics. Oh, the mics are live, by the way. I should probably tell you this. They're all sat there cock in hand waiting for Payjack ASMR.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a big thing. You'll watch. The viewers will go down as soon as we start the show.
Yeah. People are here for those sounds. Aren't they? Yeah, definitely. You have to do more tapping. You're not doing nearly enough tapping for ASMR. You don't just have to use your mouth. You can sort of see?
I did, and I heard it, and I felt it deep inside of me. I loved it.
Try my best.
And it was on a Liverpool playing card. People can't see that back at home.
It was, yeah, it was actually. It's actually a beer mat.
So, right. Apologies.
I've actually got loads. I could sign one and send it off to a lucky viewer. I've got loads of them, man. Just in case.
In about 30 seconds, there's going to be a load of people with their hands up in the chat for that.
Yeah.
I reckon. So we are dominating this league, Ben. What do you want me to call you?
Right.
What do you want me to call you, Benji or Ben? Ben. We're dominating it, mate. To be honest, it's a much easier game when you are Liverpool.
Yeah, they're pretty good this year.
Oh my God, mate. I mean, I have just fluked my way to 23 wins and 3 draws.
Yeah, but you're going for the invincible season. So.
Well, we're not talking about it just yet, mate.
No,
I'm not trying to put the pressure on this early, and we've had a big game against Leipzig last time out. Actually, Werner scored in like the 88th minute. We were 1-1 away from home. That's the last 16 of the Champions League first leg.
Yeah.
So that's coming up soon. We might even get to that on this stream. Oh, the Twitch emotes are coming in. This is quite a clever thing that people are doing now with the Twitch emotes and like the right arm and left arm, and then
that's good.
Sandwiching someone in the middle, aren't they? Although there's Benji in it, Humble One. Hello, Humble One.
Marvellous.
Your head looks a little smaller than mine, though. If you can see those Twitch emotes.
Yeah, that says more about our personalities, though, I think. So, you know.
You're calling me a big head?
I'm just saying I'm more humble than you.
Probably. Oh, right, okay, shots.
Yeah, me, the most viewed Football Manager creator on the planet, is more humble than this player.
Oh, dearie me.
So I only say that because I'm not the most subscribed, by the way.
Oh,
if I'm the most subscribed, I'd say that, but I'm not.
Who is the most subscribed? Do we not? No, right, okay, we just don't.
He's not here, is he? So.
No. Does his name begin with S and end in Spen?
No. He doesn't know because he's more FIFA football. He's not a Football Manager only. You know, you got to be a real nerd to do Football Manager only.
Like me?
Yeah. Well, no, because you're football/Football Manager. You're like 5% Football Manager, really. Like.
Probably less.
Exactly.
But I give it 100% late at night when I'm really tired and have time to be on my own.
I love that.
I'm enjoying it though. I can't believe the difference in communities, to be honest, between the YouTube and Twitch and how different it is. It's bizarre.
Oh yeah, it is really different. It's a lot more angry on YouTube.
Yeah, I think and people listening will understand this. From where I am, our YouTube numbers and subscribers are so big that it's just, you can't service the engagement side of things in quite the same way as when I've got 35 people watching a Twitch stream. You know, it's just completely different. Like, and it's hard. Like, you just can't. You could spend all day, every day replying to comments on Redmen, and you still wouldn't get through it.
Yeah. There's definitely, if you can grow a strong Twitch community, though, that can be really, really cool. Like, really, really cool. Because then those people are very much engaged. It's nice. It's really nice. I'm very fortunate to have that at the moment. To be fair, I've always had it, but it's more so right now. So it's cool.
I've got we broke 50 subs last night, and I was made up and I was buzzing with that last night, and we'd saved my job as well. More importantly, we had to have 2 meetings with the board right at the end of the season with the Cardiff board, and we just about saved it.
Good. Following the footsteps of Neil Warnock. I
was sweating, mate, about getting sacked from Cardiff after jumping ship from the mighty Sligo Rovers earlier on in the save.
So you keep an eye on both chats, because I've got both up, but I'll keep more of an eye on one if necessary.
Yeah, I've got both up. I've got using Restream between us.
Okay, perfect.
Audio is on in the background. What does that mean, Si? You mean I'm talking? You can hear me?
I think it's slightly more live on Twitch than it is YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
So if you're watching on Twitch, you're getting this at least 10 seconds earlier. What a treat.
Thank you, Hybrid. That's very kind of you, mate. We'll go dark for a little couple of minutes. I've got to go and get me suit jacket on and stuff, so I'm going to just mute us for a second.
Gotcha.
Down this right-hand side, he's been tracked all the way.
Ah!
Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. Now full-time whistle blows. Liverpool take a 2-goal lead away from Stamford Bridge, 3 points and a 10-point lead at the top of the Premier League. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Carrow Road.
Oh,
Oh, Gomez. Oh, it's backstick.
Clive it!
Clivert has scored a second goal for Liverpool. 2 goals in 3 games for the youngster. Here we go, full time. Not pretty, not gorgeous, not enjoyable to be perfectly honest, but it is done. It is 3 points, and that is a 13-point lead at the top of the Premier League.
And we're off.
Robertson on the left-hand side, ball back for What the heck, son? What the heck? 40-50 seconds played. Bang. And it is a penalty for Fabinho. Oh, of course he scores. That's 2 for Liverpool. 2 for Fabinho. And Liverpool are cruising to victory here at Anfield after just 8.5 minutes. It is Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1, and we all, I'm certain, will have taken that before the game. Oh, hello, here we go. It is the Champions League. It is back. It is the round of 16. We are here over in Leipzig. They've got Timo Werner, of course, who, we know is not as good as things. Oh, and RB Leipzig have taken the lead, and it's Ethan and Pardew. Trent Alexander-Arnold fires it in backstairs.
Come on!
Oh, Joe Gomez. Campbell. Ball into the box. Becker's missed it. Oh, Leipzig! It's Leipzig 2. It's Liverpool 1. Campbell gets the assist. Timo Werner with the celebration there. That leaves Liverpool with a mountain to climb at Anfield. A goal down. 2-1 to Leipzig. All to do at Anfield.
Hello and welcome to the 1-year plan. I am Chris Pajak. I am Liverpool's manager, and I am very excited to tell you that I am joined today by Dr. Benji FM, the most watched football manager content creator who is from the UK on the planet, I am told. Benji, thank you very much for taking Paul's place today.
It's a pleasure, mate. What big shoes to fill of Paul Machin, but I'll do my very best to coach you along.
When it comes to football manager content, there is only maybe one person in the UK who's better, and he's proved it, I suppose, isn't it, as well? 3 times out of 4, Kev.
Whoa,
now,
don't do this.
What?
Don't do this.
What?
Don't do this.
No.
I'll
No.
go. You can run your own for 2 hours if you want.
Well, then you are the right man to fill the shoes. The greatest football manager player on the planet. It is Benji, and he's here to teach me how to play the game. Benji, thank you so much for joining me, genuinely.
It's a pleasure, mate. It's going to be fun, and you've been out of the game, but you've been going at it recently. They've been all over it, so I'll be interested to see what you come up with today. Of course, you're going for an invincible Premier League season.
Oh, don't pile the pressure on!
So first game coming up for West Ham, pressure's already on. So,
do you know what?
Exciting.
Do you know what I love? That you're wearing one of the Redmen t-shirts there as well.
Available now in store, viewers.
Which I haven't even got yet.
Wow.
And so me and Paul have been trying to push that shirt for 2 weeks now since we won the league, and I haven't got one yet. But that is glorious to see, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely
mate.
Glorious to see.
On it.
I should be able to work out your address from the website as well there.
Yeah. Link in the description for anyone that wants to get their hands on one themselves.
Absolutely superb. You're better at this than me.
Yeah.
You're very good at it. I've enjoyed watching your streams. I'm a lurker most of the time.
Yeah, that's alright. It's allowed.
I find lurking just a little bit easier, to be honest, which is nice. So it's
a lot less effort.
It's a lot less effort. You can also, like, when I've been listening, I've been doing 2 things. So I might be working and I might be doing something else, but I can have it on, so I don't even have to chat up most of the time. You just that's its own thing, but it's good to see. So welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining us. There seems to be a lot on the Twitch, but you can watch this on Twitch and on YouTube at the moment. As you can see, Liverpool top of the table. 23 wins, 3 draws out of 26, 72 points. But a big game upcoming in the Champions League against RB Leipzig, whom we lost, as you know from the hype video, 2-1 to. Actually, while I'm here, I've kind of like fudged my way through this stuff, Ben, quite often. Like, somehow, not quite sure how, but we've got into situations where we were behind and I've just guessed and it's worked. Like, there's been no plan that there has. But I suppose what I'm trying to drive at here is, would you be looking at this stuff like that's on the screen now with the Leipzig stuff, looking at this and wondering how to improve for the next leg?
Well, Football Manager is a game of, as we found out during the FM Streamer Showdown, available every few weeks on twitch.tv across platforms, Football Manager. But no, there's a home advantage. So I think you have to sort of weigh that into real life as well. I think getting back to Anfield, it should be fine. Of course, take a look at what they're playing, see where they're focusing things, see where their key men are, and trying to stop those players is going to be pretty key. But generally speaking, like, you don't have to worry about it too much. When you know you've got a side such as Liverpool's, you should be all right. You should be fine in the second leg. Of course, if you don't, then I think that comes down on the manager more than it does the players. So we'll find out.
Everybody, if you'll have seen us if you've watched us over on the MXP podcast talk about that streamer showdown, mate. It's where did that come from? Because I'll explain a little bit what it is to anyone who is wondering.
Yeah, firstly, thank you for mentioning it. I was so surprised. I was live streaming at the time when he talked about it, and someone was like, they're talking about the streamer showdown. Payjack wants in. I'm like, what is this? I'll find out. So I had to cause my own piece of havoc. Basically, there's a few guys on Twitter, talking about it who are part of the Football Manager scene, and I'd wanted to do something like this for ages. I'm planning a big tournament in the future, actually, but this seemed like something that we could do here and now. We could do it across streams. Everyone had more time because of the situation, and we just sort of ran with it. And like, it's a collective project. I feel like I'm very much the person that sits at the top and sort of makes the decision, but I can't do any of it without the people that help me out do it. Like, there's about 20 of us involved now that all chip in and help every single week. We've got our sister Lowdown show, which is like a soccer Saturday-esque thing, where they talk through the games and talk about what's happening, as well as the 8 or 9 guys streaming at the same time. So it's just been a really, really cool project, and I think collectively over the course of the weekend, we have 5,000 concurrent across everything at one time, which for Football Manager is pretty big. So we've had some great names as well. You know, like James Alcott's been in it, Spencer's been in it, as well as a lot of the community guys that are there week in, week out. Like, it's been really, really good.
I know, amazing. I've been watching it, and I'm fortunate enough to be in, obviously, Alcott's Discords and stuff like that. So you can see the banter that's going into it, and fuck me, the work, by the way. The work that they're doing just to try and get up to your guys' levels and stuff.
Sad, Chris. It's really sad, mate.
I don't think it is, you know.
No, it is, because they put so much work in for nothing. Every time Alcott turns up and does nothing. So what a waste of time.
Oh, shots fired!
We turn up on the day. It's cruise control. James is there panicking, like he's got a whole VAR control room behind him, trying to figure out what's what. It's pathetic, honestly.
We're going to go into a pre-match press conference. You're taking over Machin's role, so you have to ask the questions. Can you do voices?
I mean, I can try.
Let's just try. Like, nothing racist, obviously.
Oh well. Yeah, I wasn't going to go down that route.
I know, but you've just got to mention it now. I know, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into that now. I'm going to try and get us into the press conference room.
So read the actual press conference questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And then riff it if you want.
A lot easier on me. I thought I was going to have to come up with some. I don't know. I really know.
Oh, did you really? That would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, James Alcott phoning me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, can you see that? He is not a happy chappy.
Oh, guy.
Oh, mate. James. He is not happy. All right. Get him on speaker, right? Okay. Bloody
shade.
What's that?
I don't know what's going on here, but there's a weird bloke on your screen right now with a funny headband digging out my people, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. I'll let the results speak for themselves, James. I'll let
there's one question that needs to be asked here. Can you ask Ben this question?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he can hear you, I think.
Okay.
I can.
Right. Because there's a bit of a delay, obviously, on the stream. Ask him. What was the score in our last game?
What was the score in your last game, Benji?
He beat me 1-0 because I was worried that James was going to just quit after being hammered by everyone else. I thought I'd give him a victory.
I can't hear him, by the way.
Oh, wow. You probably... I might give you the sanitised version of that. He felt sorry for you. He thought you were going to quit. Gave you a victory. James is what he's saying.
I was going to quit? No, nonsense. I had him right where I wanted him, and he fell for my trap, and lost. And that's what it's about. You know, it's about those kind of results, head to head, at the end of the day. And he's actually, and the way he's behaving now, I expected a lot higher.
Right. But I feel like I'm the messenger here, so don't shoot me, James. But Benji's asking where you finished in the whole thing.
I'm concentrating on our results, really. That was my only aim in that one. And I got the victory, got the W. That's it, you know. I feel like I've said my piece. I'm off by...
Yeah. All right.
Brilliant, mate.
I'll take that as 1-1.
Oh, my days. Ouch. Right. It's going off. Multi-platform now, Streamer Showdown. It's made it over to YouTube as well. Yeah, let's get on to the 1-year plan anyway. Right, we're going to attend this press conference. Have you got a background screen for us?
Oh, bloody hell, yes, I absolutely do.
Magic.
Here we go.
What is that?
That's a theatre. A theatre of questions. Obviously, the guys ready. Oh, there's no one else. Seems like it's just me. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, Chris. You know I'm here. So, you know, Chris, there's things. Should I do scouts? Probably not. Probably should do scouts.
Go for it. I like it.
I just thought I'll do Dower Birmingham. As things stand, the chase for the Premier League title's in your hands. Do you believe you're the favourites to go and lift the trophy?
Listen, Simon, I am Chris Pajak, and I've been telling you for fucking ages now that I don't like the way other managers speak in press conferences. This is about Chris Pajak. This is about this Liverpool side. We are absolutely going to go and lift this trophy. We're not even going to lose a game, mate. We're not even going to lose a game.
This is a different answer. It's fair to say Liverpool didn't have the best times against RB Leipzig. Are you looking for a reaction from your players in this game?
Absolutely. I'm fuming with them, to be honest with you. The fact that Werner was the one as well that goes and scores that goal. We switch off late 88 minutes. This team will bounce back, of course. They'll bounce back. But I am not a happy chappy right now. And we have to. Otherwise, they'll be sent a packing.
How much of a difference does Felipe Anderson make to West Ham? So,
never heard of him, mate. Crap.
C-I-R-A, please. You know, West Ham have suffered 3 straight league defeats and find themselves 13th in the Premier League. Is it fair to say West Ham are due a victory at Anfield on Saturday?
No, I'm assuming it's still David Moyes in charge. It's 13th, a long way down the Premier Division. If David Moyes is still in charge, not asked about him. I mean, like, he was at Everton for years and years and years, and they didn't do anything. He's a really old, decrepit-looking man who actually looks more like a ghost than a person, and he looks even worse for being at West Ham because it's a terribly ran football club. Nobody cares about, and to be honest, everybody just wants them to go down now.
I'm not sure I can put it on the back page. Okay. Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know, he's been scintillating. The form this season he's shown has been tremendous. 10 assists to his name. How important has his contribution been to your team, Chris?
I mean, you answered your own question there, didn't you? You got 10 assists. How would you define that as important to our team? Not important enough? Well, good? What are you thinking here, mate?
I just need to ask the questions, Chris, not answer them.
Right, well, ask me better fucking questions. Yeah, that's a ridiculous statement. Of course, a right back getting 10 assists is out of this world. The Premier League record, which is his own, by the way, is 13. We've still got 11 games to go, I think, in the Premier League. You know he's been good. Why didn't you just write that? Why do you need to justify your job by hearing me say it? What is wrong with football journalism in this country that you can't write a match report anymore? Everything has to be quote this, quote that, manager this, manager that. Bullshit, mate.
Yeah, I'm just here to do a job, mate. You've got a family at home, so I'm not really worried about. You know, it's just, Sadio Mane appears to not just be a great fit in terms of the team style, but also in squaring off against West Ham. Do you agree with that statement, Chris?
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate on that one? Or?
No.
Okay. Yes and no. Right. How important is it that players like Virgil van Dijk are ultra consistent from the one match to the next? You know, how easy it is to pick them in the team as a result of that?
Oh, it makes it massively important. I think everybody knows that the most when you're talking about stats and you're talking about players and their stats and their players and stats, then I think the most important stat for any player and any player with stats is going to be the person whose stats potatoes players. And I think that the really important thing is games available for and ultra consistency across the board. I hope I've answered your question clearly and precisely.
Yep, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that one. After the game in midweek, do you worry that the team might struggle against West Ham due to the continental hangover, as they call it?
No, we're going to batter them. Fuck them.
Okay.
Fuck them up the arse.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for your time, Chris.
No, you're welcome. Oh, there you go. I think that went reasonably well. I don't think I've ruffled too many feathers there, which has been nice to see.
Yeah. As playing the role of journalist there, I felt attacked on numerous occasions.
Well, you know.
Blimey.
What does this stuff do, Ben?
Well, I would always click hand over to the assistant manager and trust the assistant manager to do a good job. It's really giving you a general idea on what they expect to happen versus West Ham. But, you know, then he's told him, keep the focus on the high defensive line, which I assume you play with Gomez and Van Dijk. And things like that. So it works in tandem with the team selection that you've made. So don't you worry about that, Chris.
I don't. I just wondered whether what I've been doing is right or wrong. Yeah. I assume that getting a good assistant manager in means that I can pass shit off to them.
Yeah. I'm just going to go back to the blur screen there. I didn't realise, you know, this software had so many spangly features. I'm so surprised.
Honestly, like the NDI stuff's pretty good, but you'd have to be a bit of a nerd to anybody who cares. But yeah, no, it's interesting.
Yeah, right. Good.
Microsoft Teams are bringing NDI in as well. New Tech have got this new thing, and I've signed up. I'm going to be the first to know. I'm on an email list, mate.
God. Well, are you prepared? That's a new level of commitment. Yeah.
Right, it's Liverpool, it's West Ham. It should be easy, and we've got a new commentator. It is not Mo Pachin. It will be Dr. Benji. I'm afraid I didn't have time to make you a graphic because
Did you not do the graphic?
I'm so sorry, but like this takes so long to plan, like because we obviously have to plan for every eventuality, win, lose or draw. Oh, yeah. James Alcott in the YouTube chat.
Oh God, of course he is. Right, what I'll do is I don't know if this is what I'll just put that in the corner. So if anyone that's coming in, I'll just sort of anyone that's maybe I can put it there. Anyone that's wondering.
Can we Ross, if you're in the comments, mate, can we put a little link into Dr. Benji's channel as well, please, mate, for anybody to go over and give him a subscribe on both Twitch and YouTube.
You don't have to.
I mean, they should do if they like Football Manager content.
Yeah, if they like Football Manager, place to be. But if you don't, then you're in the wrong place to begin with, so you've messed up. I see what you're doing here. You've gone for a classic formation, which I appreciate.
Try to replicate what Liverpool do as much as possible.
Yeah. But it's working, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, that's easy. Like, what did you do when Liverpool won the league, mate?
I sat in silence for about 10 minutes and then I cried.
Okay.
I was in sort of a smiley disbelief because it is a strange way to win it. It's a beautiful way to win it because we've won it. But I sort of sat there and just couldn't believe it. And then Ellie beside me was just sort of going, "Can you believe it? Can you believe it?" I'm like, "Not really, no." And then I just sort of laid on the bed afterwards and just cried. So that was good for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was an emotional time. Like we were obviously doing a live show for it and stuff.
Yeah, I saw. I watched it back.
Oh, did you? There's like 20,000 people watching us live, then, mate.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Crazy shit. Right, James is saying I'm just here for support when Benji turns on you as well, Payjack.
Do you know what hurts me about that, Chris? I've given everything to James Alcott. I love that man with more than I love my fiance and unborn child. But he comes in here giving it the big and acting like he's done something in the full manager scene when really he hasn't. He's ridden off the back of his own audience. It's pathetic. Hope you well, James. Send love to the family.
Right, we're going to go. I'm going to get you off screen while you sort your background out, get into the commentators box, I suppose.
Yeah,
you just tell me when you're ready and I will... Right, well, that was quick. I'm not quite prepared for that one. I'm going to go on to the gameplay screen. You can see he's in the commentators box.
Yep. I like to be looking at the action rather than looking at this background. Paul could take note of that, maybe.
The level of detail when you showed me that, I was like, why are you in front of grey curtains? And you were like, that's the back of the commentary. So I was like, okay, okay, well, the game's kicked off, you're in charge, mate.
Yes, as we get underway here at Anfield, you can see Liverpool have gone with their traditional lineup, whereas West Ham have got it all to do, struggling mid-table currently. Liverpool will be looking to assert their dominance early in the game. Jadon Sancho, of course, getting the start today as well, as the first action of the game comes from a free kick just inside the Liverpool area as Jordan Henderson picks it out. He plays a lovely ball over to Jadon Sancho, who's in already, and Sancho scores. You can see Chris Pajak reacting beautifully on the sideline, loving what he's seen. Sancho celebrates away to that corner as the Liverpool crowd go absolutely wild. You can see it again here. Joe Gomez picks a perfect pass to Jordan Henderson. Simple, some might say. Euphoric, others might say, as Henderson's ball across is delicious and Sancho's finish even better. Tremendous. 1-0 to the mighty Reds. How's that good?
That was fucking great. I don't think he breathed for 7.5 minutes, though.
Don't need to do that. But breathe. I can breathe afterwards.
Okay.
10 minutes gone, though, and West Ham struggling to find their footing in the game. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, we know he's a sniper from this range. Will he find a second goal in the game for Liverpool? He goes for it. It hits the base of the post. In fact, it hits the stanchion behind. Couldn't quite see from where I'm sitting, viewers. But, yeah, a wonderful piece of work. And Liverpool, the attacking hasn't finished quite yet. Fabinho picks it up, plays it over to Sadio Mane, who cuts his way inside. It goes out to the right hand side again. Trent's got forward on that side. If he can pick out a man in the centre, he can't. He goes back to Fabinho with a little bit of space to manoeuvre, but goes back to Trent. And these two combining nicely on that side, as we've seen so many times this season. Trent burst towards the byline, ball played in, and it's headed in by Sadio Mane for his 12th goal of the season. The assist by Jordan Henderson. It's tremendous scenes here, viewers. We're loving it, every second of it. The work on the right-hand side, tremendous. The finish in the middle, superb. And it seems to me, 12 minutes in, that Pajak's got his tactics spot on.
Oh, days! Happy days! Happy days!
We'll just join Chris Pajak for a quick interview. 15 minutes gone. Chris, it's going tremendously well so far.
Oh, mate, I'm just about to praise them. Fired up they are by my feedback. I mean, this is what we've seen week in, week out, and that's why I hate Moyes and West Ham. And, you know, I hate questions in press conferences, mate. Watch this shit.
Yeah, well, they're responding brilliantly after what has been described in the Twitch chat as the nightmare in Germany, as West Ham for the first time on the ball, trying to make an impact in the game. So far, they've done little to impress. And, of course, speaking of press, Liverpool are on them like... Yeah, I probably can't say that live on air. You see, though, West Ham on this side, Felipe Anderson racing forward, trying to do some danger, but he can't. Trent's there again defensively, and Pajak called Felipe Anderson out pre-game, said he didn't even know who he was, as now Bobby Firmino racing in on goal, and it goes just wide of the right-hand post. Loving this. Having a lovely time. You should take it this seriously, but I'm here.
This is good.
Hopefully everyone's enjoying it, you know. Felipe Anderson's picked up a booking 25 minutes in. Not that known for his tackling, and clearly has shown why. After maybe that was dissent, maybe it was a poor challenge, who knows. Still, West Ham yet to register anything towards goal, whereas Liverpool dominating the game. Possession, shots, and are keeping their shin pads clean, it seems, as well as West Ham fouling of every opportunity. Joe Gomez, though, with a short throw towards Bobby Firmino, who stands up his man and tries to get a ball into the penalty area. He stops initially, but then Sadio Mane puts the ball in. It's Henderson again in and around there, buzzing around he is, as it comes away now, and Haller brings it away for West Ham, and he takes on his man easily and continues his way towards the penalty area. Pajak looks nervous as the ball goes across. It's knocked into Felipe. And Brazilian on Brazilian, just like in that head. No, forget that, viewers. We can't say that live on air. It's 2-0 though to Liverpool, and it could have been 2-1, but Alisson said no.
He's a good keeper.
Me in year 6. Don't think I've forgotten. Fictional story, viewers. Fictional story. 40 minutes gone as we get towards half time. Chris Pajak's surely going to be thinking about things to change. Masauku is Masauku, sorry, I'll get that right, is struggling over on West Ham side, may have to come off at some point. You look at the Liverpool bench, strong in all areas, but whether they decide to make a change, I'm not sure they'll be necessary. As here we are then, half time, we go to the dressing room with Chris Pajak to find out what he's got to say to his players.
Yeah, I think first of all, I'm happy. I want to tell them. So in fact, I'm going to hand that over to the assistant because I can't be arsed speaking to them. They're not worth my time. We're going to go into the tactics though. Ben.
Yes.
Trent, 78% condition. Is this something that you should be worried about at this point, or are you looking? Can you go to 60?
Yeah, at this stage, I wouldn't be too worried about it. If he's getting towards that sort of 60, 65, and he probably will do in about 20 minutes, that's when I'd maybe pull him off, especially if you not pull him off, I mean substitute him. but that's always a decision to make as it happens, not right now. But yeah, no, I think for now, keep things as they are. No need to panic. Henderson's getting forward a lot in a role that he does sort of play for Liverpool, doesn't he? But he's doing it brilliantly. When he's got the shield of Fabinho, he's allowed to do what he wants.
Well, let's get back to it then. I'll take you back up to the commentator, the Doctor.
Yeah, thank you. Back up here. It's a lovely day actually. Actually, where is it? February. It's February, isn't it? It's freezing, it turns out. It's very, very cold here in Liverpool. But I'm wrapped up well in a lovely The Evolution of Jordan Henderson t-shirt that you can find now in store. The link in the description. Free kick played in. Alexander-Arnold's there. Played towards goal. And Fabianski sees it over the bar comfortably. West Ham, though, they've really got to change something. They've made a substitution at half-time. Aaron Cresswell has come on in the left wing-back position. And you look across that West Ham bench, you realise that apart from Bowen, there's not really anything to change this game. And even then, would that change anything? You look over at Liverpool, you see the likes of Naby Keita, Justin Kluivert, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's options for them there. And I'm sure they may well use those in the upcoming moments, as this game, already to me, feels won.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be pulling off Trent Alexander-Arnold any minute now, Benji.
Yeah, apologies for that. Any potential sponsors watching, that was obviously an error on my part. Not a professional commentator. I may have. James Milner comes on to replace Trent. And,
that was funny,
yeah, half an hour to go. Is there another change up Chris's sleeve?
I think so. I'm going to bring in Justin, or as the comments seem to call him, Patrick's son. Like we've not even given him his real name. We're just calling him Patrick's son from now on.
Beautiful.
This is nice.
I still love Kluivert.
Oh my God, he was amazing.
What a player. It's that era, isn't it? That era. Right. Well over the hour mark now. 25 minutes or so remaining, and another booking on that left-hand side. I suggest that it's probably the likes of Kluivert and Mane before him that are causing all sorts of problems. Yarmolenko's picked up a booking now as they're overwhelmed by the feedback David Moyes has given them. It's amazing he's given them any justifiable feedback anyway, with a man with such experience. So with 15 minutes left to go, Liverpool in cruise control, and a free kick. I think Virgil van Dijk's decided he wants to have a go with Trent going off. Van Dijk shoots. It's unbelievable. From his Celtic days, Virgil van Dijk perfected his free kicks with the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's not been necessary, but Virgil proving that if required can do it again. It's his 5th of the season, and Pajak on the sideline was in hysterics.
That's Fabianski's crap.
Yeah, that's a problem as well. But there we are, 15 minutes to go, and I tell you what, good night. I think it's done.
I'm just going to go very attacking for a few.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, he's going for it now. He's trying to add insult to pure injury. As with 9 minutes to go, Andy Robertson throws it short again, and this Liverpool defence have been in cruise control all afternoon, really not really been challenged by any West Ham attacker. As Virgil van Dijk gets back on it and lays it back to Alisson. You frankly could have had a deck chair this afternoon, not even needed to do anything other than that one shot from Felipe Anderson that was tame, to give it its full credit, as Henderson racing forward. Has been tackled by Fornals then. He might look for revenge, but no, it goes out to Felipe Anderson, who does seem to be the only player in the West Ham side capable of anything as it goes across the bow. And we mentioned he could come on and cause problems. And once again, Alisson Becker in his deck chair, keep him out. 10 minutes to go, still Liverpool 3, West Ham 0, as the corner, as I know from Football Manager, means nothing. This won't result in anything. It'll be fine. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, I'm not worried. Great save. I'm not. As is a rule on my YouTube channel, I don't commentate corners or post-corner antics because I know nothing happened. So.
Is that right? Yeah. I mean, you've not seen my Cardiff save because we concede a lot from corners.
Okay, well, it's different when you're managing Cardiff. Not long to go here though at Anfield, as Liverpool surely have wrapped things up. Chris Pajak does have a third substitution at his disposal, but doesn't even need it the way things have gone this afternoon, as they may even look for a fourth. West Ham have travelled all the way up from London. It's about a 2.5 hour train journey for those interested. As is it a 2.5 hour?
Bandit!
Has it gone in? It's unbelievable. I'm talking about train tourism. Fabinho scored a wonder strike, assisted by Milner, scored by Fabinho, and those behind the goal go absolutely wild, as they're prone to do here at Anfield. It's Liverpool 4, West Ham United 0.
That's a hell of a fucking smash, that, isn't it?
It is. He's done that a few times.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Well, domination.
Yeah, it's superb. As the referee looks at his watch for the final time and calls time on this game It's to say Liverpool 4, West Ham 0. Sancho, Mane, Van Dijk, and Fabinho the goal scorers as we head to Chris Pajak in the dressing room.
Well, there you go, boys. Well done, everybody. That was absolutely superb. We've got the West Ham manager, actually. We're going to go live to his press conference now, I think. So I'm going to take you over there right now, and we're going to see what the West Ham manager thinks about this one.
Anfield's I don't know. I don't know. Pajak ain't got a clue. My player seized up. The referee was against us from minute 1 to minute 90. Big club bias by far. Although how we can call him a big club anymore, I don't know. They haven't won a league in God knows how long. They will never win the Premier League under this manager. Never. He's tactically inept. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He does no research. He just went out there today and ended up picking a team that, you know, he thought might get half a result and got lucky. My player seized up. Once the referee starts going against you like that, I don't know what you're going to do. Whose phone's that? Can you have some fucking respect for me? Fucking, you come in this press conference, you ask me questions, and then you got your phone going off. Idiot. Where was I? Yeah, Liverpool ain't going anywhere under Pajak. Nowhere. He looks like a Milky Bar kid, had a rough few years. Honestly, I can't believe I've lost this game today. Right, that's enough questions for me.
They called me. Nicky called me the Milky Bar kid.
Unbelievable. It's amazing how accurate he is. Outrageous. Sorry,
he said he looked like the Milky Bar kid. He'd had a tough few years, Ben.
Oh, there's no need for that. Yeah, decades of hard work you've been through.
Oh man, this is just tough.
I wouldn't say just years. But I mean, clearly bitter about losing so handedly.
I know the way he was talking. It's like he didn't know the result though, because he was talking like it was a close game. I didn't see the referee. Like he was saying the referee was crap. Did you see the referee?
A few bookings out to their players, but clearly sour grapes if you ask me.
Yeah, absolute joke. That West Ham manager, terrible. That's a
win.
That is a win. Oh, Manchester City, another draw. Oh my days! 15-point lead at the top of the table. Wow, they've been shocking.
Domination. It's very much akin to real life. This, it feels like. Dear, oh dear. Next up as well, Newcastle in 6 days. They're rooted to the bottom of the Premier League. This should be routine, Chris.
Oh, mate, we've got super chats coming in now. Ben Pryor, Pajak for the showdown. Oh! Super chats! Sorry, you can't see that, but we've got a super chat noise, and it's me. Really high pitch. Thank you very much, Ben. Yeah, I'd love to play that sound one day. It's rather strange, but Ben's saying Pajak for the showdown, and Ben knows. Ben's one of my Twitch followers. In fact, he's a founding member of my Twitch channel.
Yeah, I'm aware of him. I'm aware of Ben. Is it Ben PW? Of course.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's
a lovely lad.
He's one of the Alcott disciples.
Well, he's not. He's one of mine.
Well, you can have him. So, I'll be honest. If I was Ben PW, I'd be switching ship as well soon as. So.
Watch it. Alcott will be back on the phone in a minute.
To be fair, and he knows this, I've got so much love for James Alcott. I've only recently got to know him, to be fair, but he's a lovely, lovely man. I've got all the time in the world for him, man. All the time in the world for him.
He is. Now, when I was talking to him about doing this show, he was actually saying how much he'd helped him, just getting his stuff up and running and stuff like.
Yeah, mate.
So he knows, he recognises it as well. Because I was picking his brain about this show, basically. Oh, 24.5 million for Shaqiri.
You get more. Do you
Rising.
Want 50 mil, Chris? We should get 50 mil for this.
Go on, let's do it. Director of football, how are we doing?
50 mil cash. So get rid of the instalments and the after league appearances. Bin them off entirely. Remove them. I don't want to involve. And then just put it up to 50 mil and suggest, and they'll be like, go on then.
Really?
Yeah. And if they don't, then that'll be a surprise to me. But at least you'll get probably 50, close to 50. We'll go 49. We'll bring it down just a touch. We're getting at least 45 here probably. This is amazing.
41.5.
41 clowns. I'd still probably take it though.
I'd take it for fucking Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Of course. Alright, Paul, sorry mate. Benji's come in, we don't want you back, mate. Look at that, we just got £41.5 million for Shaqiri.
Yeah, we all like Shaq, but you can't really hand out 41.5 million for him.
That's ridiculous.
It's one of those, isn't it? Although, if this is just a one-year project, Chris, the money's not really there to spend, is it? So we are just letting him go.
Yeah, but don't worry. I've got this saved on my computer. I'm going to be picking this game up as soon as the one-year plan ends.
Get rid.
Yeah, absolutely. Benji is doing God's work, says Manit_08. Bye-bye, Shaq, says Mock Warrior. Enough cash to sign Patrick Kluivert to the coaching staff. I think we might have tried that.
Getting Patrick in. Does that undermine you a little bit, though? That's only my fear.
Well, listen, I've got Steven Gerrard, and we poached him from Rangers to be the under-20. We poached him straight away, I think. I've got, where would that be? Staff?
Yeah, well, you could just search for, you could just search for, what, to look for Gerrard or to look for...
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if we did actually sign Gerrard.
If you go on overview, and then it should show you all the stuff you've got. There you go, look. Where is Stephen?
Did we get Stephen in the end? I feel like we did.
I'll be honest, it doesn't look like you did, Chris.
Oh my days. Did we not do that?
You could search him at the top, where you can click the top there and find out. What's he up to?
Yeah, under-23s manager.
Well, the reality is he is there. We know that. We know he is there. Maybe it's further down. Oh, there you are. Under-23s manager. Halfway up. Just above halfway up. Now down. The thing is, every time you scroll, it moves, Chris. So about centre to there.
Oh, there he is.
There you go.
I was looking for something in this column.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my days.
Every time I sit down the bottom, you would scroll out to the top.
So we've got Steven Gerrard, we've got Rob Jones, we've got Steve McManaman.
Yeah, it's good. I like this.
I'm sure we got Kluivert, or at least we attempted it.
Yeah.
Oh no, head of youth Barca.
What does he? Can we tempt him? It's quite a good gig, that, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah, we'll tempt him.
Does he want in?
No.
Oh, fine.
Sorry, Paddy.
Have it your way.
Divvy.
Rubbish.
No need for that. No need for that whatsoever. My favourite FM manager with my favourite fan channel. What kind of YouTube cinematic universe is this? Absolutely amazing. Thanks for this, guys.
See, people don't know, like, me and you guys go way back, really. Like, especially, I've known Paul for years, like 10 years. So, and now we're starting a beautiful friendship, Chris.
Well, it feels like it. It's blossoming.
I'm loving it, honestly.
I would say it's blossoming. I'm liking the wrestling sort of back and forth where James jumps into streams and you're jumping into my stream. It feels very Attitude Era, WCW, WWF, which is nice. I'm going to go into my press conference soon because we've got a press conference coming up, Benji.
Yeah, no one's ever taken Football Manager press conferences as seriously as this, but I respect it.
Mate, the amount of work that goes into this show is fucking ridiculous. Like, you think every time there's a win video, there's a lose video that's been made that doesn't see the light of day.
You get a nice collection of those to show it.
Honestly, mate, here's the fucking cutting room floor. And some of them are amazing as well, and I'm like, I just want to show you them, but no, can't do that. Before we do that, though, that does remind me, we do have a little opposition preview. Our friends at the Redmen TV, Kenny Pajak, my twin brother, Chris Pajak's twin brother, is over there running the Redmen TV channel with Paul Machin's twin brother. Let's just go with Joel Machin for the sake of arguments. We're just going to go and see what the Redmen TV are up to.
From Newcastle Fans TV, looking ahead towards Liverpool versus Newcastle, Saturday night kickoff. Welcome, Johnny.
Hi, welcome everybody.
Right,
Steve Bruce.
I'm going to have to start with him.
He is probably the most professional manager in one of the clubs, well, especially in the last 10 years at the club. We've obviously had like Steve McLaren, John Carver, Alan Pardew. I think there's obviously
Steve Bruce
a million miles more professional than them, and I think he won't allow the players to put their flip-flops on. I think Liverpool fans will be slightly worried because if anybody can get a result against a big team,
Steve Bruce
certainly can.
A little surprising there, Newcastle Fans TV, Ben, talking about Steve Bruce being the most professional manager that they've ever had. And if any Newcastle manager can get a win against Liverpool, it would be Steve Bruce.
I mean, many have tried, not many have succeeded. So why couldn't it be Steve? You know, I would suggest the evidence probably as to why it couldn't be Steve. But you know,
it almost felt like watching the Redmen TV there that Newcastle film might have been talking about a different manager.
Yeah, I mean, some might suggest that, Chris. I will not be one of those people.
Right, let's get into the press conference room. Let's see you. Hopefully, it's not too echoey today in that giant room of yours.
Hello. No, it's fine. It's not a problem. All right then. Good to see you, Chris. So, everything well? Family well?
None of your business, quite frankly.
See yourself, could be one of those afternoons. Last time out we saw against West Ham, you played very well. You must be hoping the side carries that form into the next game.
Oh, absolutely. I'm hoping that we carry it like camels carry humps on their back. Always carry the form on like a camel carries humps on its back.
Well, the hump is actually a part of the camel, really.
And winning is a part of Liverpool Football Club.
That's true. That's about page material. Look, who's in charge? Hang on, has Bruce been sacked here? Just as a point, Chris.
Shh.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Lee Johnson. I'll just say Steve's men are on a poor run of 5 league games without a win, and the relegation candidates find themselves in 20th place in the Premier Division. I actually can't, there's a little window in the way of that question. I'm so sorry. Can you see that? Yeah.
Oh. Is it? Are we okay?
Is it my window? Oh, it's my fault. Unbelievable. 20th place in the Premier Division. Sorry, I've got a phone. Your Liverpool team are more than capable of dealing with Newcastle. Surely a comfortable win is in order here.
Oh yeah, mate. I want us to whip Newcastle's pants down, Steve Bruce's pants down, and I want us to smack their bottom. That's what we're going to do. We're going to beat them. We're going to send them into the Championship, and there isn't nothing that they can do about it.
Yeah. A few people asking who I am in one of the chats. I'm Bam Margera from Jackass, if you're not familiar. Can you talk about the rumours linking you with Atletico Madrid? Saul? It's been reported recently in not just Spanish press, but some of the English press as well.
Oh, you'd think I'd know who he is. And I do.
Oh.
It depends if we can get 41.5 million for Shakir. Wait. It depends if we can get some money for one of our players from China. And then maybe we'll have a little look at him.
Yeah, someone in the Twitch chat says Ben Margera has let himself go, I see, which is a bit harsh. I've wintered well. Will there be any reaction from Diego Simeone in response to Liverpool being linked with one of his players? Of course, you've mentioned of Saul. Will he be making an offer? And Simeone, he's fuming.
Well, he can fume all he wants. He's an angry little man because he doesn't like his life. He's an angry little man because his team doesn't know how to attack. He's an angry little man because he's got a small penis.
Probably can't put that in the paper. After just you're on a great run. Everything seems to be going well. Presumably, there's a great dressing room atmosphere at the moment. That must be contributing towards the run, Chris.
Yeah. Of course it is. I mean, we're reaching ground each other all of the time, to give each other a good feeling. Reaching round. That's right. We give each other good feelings all of the time, and we look after each other in this squad. We're a real harmonious squad. We're always going out and getting off with each other. It's a fantastic time to be a part of everything.
Harmonica, did you say? Did you?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, harmonious. Sorry, Chris. That's my mistake, Chris. Sorry, apologies.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand. I like you. You're good. I like you. You can come back. You can come and be the background music for our reaching ground sessions if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, understood. You've put together quite the run of away form of late. What's the secret to that success, Chris?
Oh well, once we've had our little reach around, we've got a secret sauce. Some might, and we use that. We sprinkle it across all of our performances.
Honestly, none of this is usable. After your thoughts on winning the title in pre-season, what do you think about your chances now?
I consider us to be the favourites. We don't lose games of football in the Premier League. And because of that, I just realised we're not in the press conference room. There's a lot of things to remember.
Where are we, Chris?
I don't know. It looks like you're in the... I don't know what type of theatre that would be.
A theatre.
Is that what you googled? A theatre. I like it. We're gonna win. We're gonna win it all. We're gonna win it all. Well, that was petered out, didn't it?
Thanks for that, Chris.
You're welcome. I hope you got some decent stuff to write in the newspapers.
Yeah, a lot of pictures. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Excellent.
And you just have you caught me without my harmonica on my desk there, mate. You caught me unawares. Normally I've got a harmonica just sat on my desk too.
Have you actually got a harmonica set?
Have I bollocks?
All right. I can do Billy Joel's Piano Man, and that's about it.
Well, don't because we monetize these streams.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's YouTube.
It's not as accurate. Yeah, it's all right. It's not. I mean, I'm not actually him.
Okay.
Benny Joel. Do you want it?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, you don't want it.
I do it.
Don't want it. No,
I want it.
Want it.
I love Billy Joel, mate, and I want him. That's actually really good.
Thank you, everybody. Good to
That
see
is
you.
Fantastic.
Thank
If you want more of that, twitch.tv/Dr. Benji FM.
Yeah. If you're one of my subscribers, get the harmonicas in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, baffled, I can only apologise. Right.
I do have a harmonica. Normally the noise goes through me because my children, both of them, use it. They don't know how to play it. They don't know how to play it. They just... Actually, this reminds me of a funny story. Funny Nicky from West Ham Fan TV. Obviously, I don't know why I've been reminded of Nicky from West Ham Fan TV. I've not seen him for ages. But his son asked for a piano for Christmas. And so he got him it. And then he just smashed the keys. And then Nicky went to him, do you want some piano lessons? This is on about day 2. And he went, no, I'm fine doing this. And so he still hasn't got his 6-year-old son piano lessons. He's just smashing the keys.
I like to think he does an hour every day. Just smashing the keys every day.
Do you want some piano lessons? No, I'm fine. I like this. It's cool.
Do you want piano lessons? I think you're doing brilliantly here.
I was nearly crying when he told me because I just imagine my eldest doing something very, very similar. Like,
amazing,
brilliant. Oh my god.
In fact,
oh mate, my kids are out at the moment. It's Robin's 6th birthday tomorrow, so they're meeting me nan at the shops because obviously my nan can't take them because of lockdown and stuff, and she's going to go and treat her to a little girls shopping trip, which is nice.
What you need,
mate. It's mad. I love people when they have kids because I love people coming and joining the Tired Club. It just makes me laugh because it's like, ha 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 ha, you're going to go through it too.
Right.
And it's wonderful, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, you've really sold it.
Yeah, but fuck me, it's tiring. It's tiring like a motherfucker. Okay, I'm looking at the squad now. Probably do with just keeping some players fit, getting these guys back in. Looking at the schedule, we know we've got Newcastle, Wolves 4 days later. I'm thinking I want my first team in peak physical condition for this RB Leipzig game.
Yeah, you could probably, like this game, you could probably go full whack in this one. Maybe rest a little bit against Wolves. How much do you care about the FA Cup, Chris?
Not at all.
Then bin it off.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to win everything, but I'm already out of the Carabao. It's really about the Premier League.
Yeah, and again, how much does it matter going invincible? Because that might depend on your
don't get me wrong, I would like to go invincible, but
do you Shaqiri one last hurrah before he goes to China?
Oh, can we get him injured? Oh, that's a bit unfair.
I mean, because then the transfer might be called off, Chris. Come on, be logical.
Oh yeah, that's stupid, isn't it, Chris? Right, okay, Paddy's coming in. Fucking Justin's coming in. See, I've just done it. Done it. Not even Paddy's son. I gave him his dad's name. Oh dear. Naby maybe? you think about Naby?
For Genie or for Hendo?
I think he plays in Hendo's position.
He probably play both, to be fair, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Well.
Right, okay, well, I'm going to go to my screen. Well, no, you just need to change background. You don't have to put a fucking whole thing on. So we'll go to the match day scene instead. You're already there. I need to remember to put myself at the seats this time. I was watching the last game from the dressing room on the telly. I was a bit nervous. After giving so much shit to David Moyes, I was worried that he was going to, have a pop at me.
Right, understood.
That's great.
Right then, at St James's for this one, as once again Liverpool deploying what we expect them to deploy in a game such as this. Of course, new coming into the team, we've got Paddy, aka Justin Kluivert, as well as Naby Keita, where Newcastle sort of not bothered playing Joel Linton up front today, as very early on, free kicks whipped in, and it's gone in. Roberto Firmino's 9th of the season. Newcastle defensively a mess. As you can see, Chris Pajak absolutely loving it, and as you can see from his attire, has got a wedding after this to head to. So it's going to be quite a night for the Pajaks. 1-0 though, a minute gone, and Newcastle, it's an uphill struggle from here. It's a good start. Of course, Liverpool old boy John Joe Shelvey starting for Newcastle today as Almiron makes his way down the left-hand side. I mean, just after the Liverpool goal, Newcastle looking to bite back almost immediately as the ball's played into the inside. It's not going to be good enough though, as Christian Atsu's going to get there first and is forced back towards John Joe Shelvey, of course, the next Steven Gerrard. Probably not anymore at this stage because he's playing for Newcastle. Bless him. As that ball's tremendous. And, they went very, very close there. It's shot over the crossbar. Alisson looked a little bit in no man's land.
That was a hell of a ball.
It was a really good ball. Could have been worse. Okay, then. Nearly 10 minutes gone here. Possession-wise, Newcastle seems to be dominating, something Liverpool won't be all that familiar with. But I don't think they'll be too worried with that goal advantage, of course, as Naby Keita struggling a little bit out there. Maybe he's got a pulled thigh, but suggestions are that he will be able to carry on. He signalled to the bench, yes, Chris, everything will be fine. That's what I've read from his lips there, as he continues to have a little bit of a problem with it. But again, I think he'll be all right. Newcastle so far not really offering all too much. Like that one opportunity with 20 minutes gone, Liverpool, again, as games seem to be every single time, cruise control activated. Andy Carroll warming up there for Newcastle as Liverpool get the game back underway with Fabinho taking control of the midfield and looking towards that right-hand side. It's flicked towards Fabinho, but cut out this time by Jamal Lascelles, and Ivan Sanchez brings it forward for the Toonami as he's run off the ball by Sadio Mane. Not good offensively, viewers, but just as good defensively as Gini Wijnaldum back to Fabinho and working it beautifully across that left-hand side. And there's Paddy, better known as Justin Kluivert. The shot goes in and just goes past the post. Newcastle there backing away. Terrified they were of the speed and precision of that attack, but it didn't quite come off for them. 25 minutes gone here at St James's, and Liverpool 1-0 to the goods. We're just going to grab a quick word with manager Chris Pajak. Of course, he's used to these on-pitch interviews. Chris, how do you feel it's gone so far with just half an hour gone?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy with that. I've got no idea why Bruce isn't at pitch side. It looks like Newcastle may have changed their manager. Slightly concerned at that, but fuck him as well.
I think that's assistant. We'll call him Lee Johnson. Who's I think Bruce is in the stands. They see earpiece. The camera's cut to him there. Earpiece in one hand. He's got a pie in the other. As Alexander-Arnold shoots, it doesn't quite find its way past the wall though. As Fabinho out towards the right-hand side, whipped in by Joe Gomez, back by Kluivert, and Trent puts it in again. It's in on goal. It's Sadio Mane's 13th goal of the season, whether from the right or the left. And Alexander-Arnold, the assist machine. 40 minutes gone here at St James's Park, and Liverpool are absolutely dominant. And there's no way back for Newcastle, in my opinion. Pajak has done a wonderful job getting the boys up for this game, having travelled across the Pennines, sort of, isn't it? In a sense. Anyway, yeah, 2-0 to the good. Newcastle dumbfounded, and changes may need to happen for them at half-time, where Liverpool looking calm, as Bobby Firmino maybe a bit of a knock there, but I think he'll be okay to continue.
Oh dear, that's a bad one.
That's not good, yeah.
It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. He's coming off at half-time, like, but...
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry. At half-time then, Newcastle United 0, Liverpool 2. Would you go into the dressing room at half-time with Chris Pajak?
Thank you very much. LFC TV's doctor, just doctor apparently. I don't know whether he's got a degree or anything, but no, just one of those people that calls himself a doctor.
Yeah, it's a load of bollocks.
Kind of like someone who walks away with an art degree. Right, Big Dave's coming on.
Oh, it's a mood.
Ox is coming on as well. Go out there, baby. Rossi's asking me to pull Bobby off later, my friend. Later.
Wonderful. Double change for Liverpool then, as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Divock Origi come on. Liverpool just not taking any chances with Naby Keita and Roberto Firmino, who both look to have a small issue in that first half. And it's a corner to Newcastle, whipped in early, headed away though. Ivan Sanchez keeps the ball alive and tries to attack at pace. He's ushered out of the penalty areas. He just sort of hangs around the edge of it as the ball's cleared away. Newcastle get a chance to come back at the Liverpool defence and are doing so tentatively, I would say. Shelby finds Shah.
Oh, yeah.
The press is brilliant. Jorginho Wijnaldum does excellently against his former club. Can he make it 3? He can't, not on this occasion. Dubravka just gets hands to it and turns it behind for a corner kick. Liverpool, though, on the counter there. You can see the press from midfield as Trent puts the ball into the centre. Oh, dear. The less said about that, the better. And, what have we here? Maybe it'll be a free kick on the edge of the penalty area, and it is. We know who's going to take it. Of course, Van Dijk scoring recently, but Trent back on there. His second goal of the season. It doesn't matter which defender takes it. The outcome's always the same. It's Liverpool 3, Newcastle 0, and Trent Alexander-Arnold performs something that we've seen him do on many occasions. This free kick, though, something rather special.
I can hear people in the stands saying that the FM Love Doctor is in the house. Vivek is calling it. The FM Love Doctor.
Thank you very much, Vivek. I appreciate
Even
that.
his missus doesn't call him that. Or does she?
No, she usually says dinner's ready, and that's all I hear. That sounds sexist. It's not. That's literally all she's allowed to say to me at the moment because she's so pregnant that I don't dare go down there until dinner time. So otherwise, I'm made to do so many different jobs. It's unbelievable. She's like, can you just keep the stuff in the dishwasher? Anyway, ball on the right hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold as going forward, whips into the centre. Oh, dearie me, it's a mishap from Liverpool there. Half an hour to go. Christian Atsu's finding too much space inside the area. We need to specifically mark him, or maybe we don't. Ball played in. Oh, my goodness me. Andy Robertson off the line, and it's going to be Sean Longstaff to get there first. The press again from Liverpool, decent, and it forces them all the way back. As well, there's a challenge here, maybe. Newcastle just about deal with that, and it remains at 3-0. Good God. And it's time for our customary interview with Chris Page. 20 minutes to go. Chris, how do you felt this has gone 3-0? It's looking pretty good for your Liverpool boys.
Yeah, I should probably go a little bit extra attacking. In fact, make them go very attacking for me. I want to score 4 again because I saw that there was a lot of fans who wagered 4-0 at the start of this. And if we do get to 4, I will go defensive for you.
I don't think what I said was particularly sexist. I've been with her for 12 years. I don't think she'll mind. Even if it was, she would have come up and confirmed that it was true anyway. 12 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, and Liverpool rampant so far. Newcastle, there's not really any way back in them for this. They've brought on Andy Carroll. Desperation for the Toon Army, as I'm now concerned. I mean, Chris Page, though, is going to make a change. Sancho comes on for Cliver. The Newcastle fans are leaving now. They're leaving early, as Joshua Williams has been brought on and now himself picked up a knock. It's not really been Newcastle's day in any sense of the word. It's a real shame, and hopefully there'll be no more incidents in this game and everyone just gets to go home happy, Chris.
Hopefully. There we go. Looks like we're rolling in it right now. 3-0 looks like. Not at the end. Never had a goal. Never have goals in the last minute.
Cruising it.
Wonderful stuff. And of course, we've got a very, very happy Redmen TV outside of St James's Park, which we'll go to right now.
Over for another season. I should never doubt this team. Never been so happy to have been so wrong. I fucking love this team so fucking much. Exactly. Have we learned nothing from what we've watched this season? This side doesn't give up. It doesn't surrender. It just keeps on going until it gets the goal that it needs to do what it needs to do. And if this was the first time we'd done this season, I'd be sat here flabbergasted and shocked and knocked out on the floor. But I'm not. I'm made up. I'm ecstatic, and you'll get to see our goal reactions later on the channel. That's what football is all about. Liam J. Murphy. I sat for the last 10 minutes with my t-shirt over my head. This club is going to be the death of me. Liam, come on. Everyone listens to this right now. Just wind it in. Just suffer it. Just endure it. It's so close to being done. You can sit with your t-shirt over your head when the season's finished in a darkened room with no outside connection to the world. Turn your phone off, switch the lights off, lock the door, and sit with your t-shirt over your head and rock yourself to death. But while there's games to be played, fix your eyes on them, don't look away. I don't care if your eyes burn out of the sockets. Stay focused.
Paul seems very, very happy there at Redmen TV, and rightfully so, Ben. Another victory for the boys.
Yeah, Liam there suggesting putting his t-shirt over his head. Tell you something I wouldn't do, Chris. I wouldn't put this t-shirt over my head. I'd wear it on my body. You can find it now. Link in the description. And as many other t-shirts. The range is ever extending. It's wonderful. Yeah, get it now, viewers.
You're fucking well better at this shit than I am.
It's also not an ad. I should clarify for anyone watching from the FCC.
Oh, I didn't know you were wearing that shirt since you started the show.
I don't even think you know I bought one. But no, it doesn't matter. Don't worry, everyone. It's you can get them now if you want them. I like it. So.
Look at that for a record, mate. Look at that for a record.
I mean, it's phenomenal. Started at Manchester City, continued all the way to Newcastle. Wonderful. I did see a couple of injuries there though to Naby Keita and Roberto Firmino.
Yeah.
Are they going to be a problem? You've got Wolves coming up.
4 to 7, 8 to 11. No, I think we should have Salah back soon. He's been out for a little while, 2 months now. Torn ligaments. Blimey. That's why we went into the market for Clive, to be honest with you. Which makes perfect sense. So let's talk a little bit more about the Streamer Showdown, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Was that the 4th now? That's just gone a couple of weekends ago?
Yeah, season 4. So we've extended it or changed it a little bit every single time. So we did 8 people for the first 3, then changed it to 9 for the 4th one. Included like almost a relegation playoff to then stream on the. So the idea is that you stream until you're out on the Sundays after playing through a league format on the Saturdays. And we had 8 v9 from the league format face off. And we had over 1,700 people watching that like elimination game early on the Sunday before everyone else streamed around sort of 7:30, 6 o'clock. So it was good. And yeah, they're just getting, hopefully, the plan is to make them bigger and better week on week and making sure they're something people enjoy watching. That's the key thing. It's all well and good doing like competitive Football Manager and keeping it like almost in towards the esports realms of things. That's not where I want it to go. I want it to be a really fun thing to watch and play it, right? You want people that are playing it to enjoy it rather than it be a bit of a grind. Like so far it's gone really well.
Right, well, I think I've just got another Manager of the Month award, so thank you very much. You can see there as well I've got a wonderful picture behind me of me with said Manager of the Month award, and it's just fantastic. It was something that I'm really proud of, and I'm glad the official club photographer could get there and snap that moment for me as well, Ben. Really fantastic stuff there. Gotta love it. Gotta love an award, mate. Love an award. Love an award. I was listening to the lowdown after Kev won the last one. Because I came straight from Kev's stream to the lowdown.
What was it?
What?
Straight from Kev's stream?
Yeah.
Who were you watching before Kev?
No, I think I was out before Kev.
Oh, what? You went straight to Kev's?
Yeah.
Wild.
Why?
No, it's just a mistake. It's just an error on your part, but carry on.
Why is that a mistake?
You don't watch La Lujo under any circumstances, unless there's, maybe some prizes to be won.
Oh, no.
Other than that.
I like him. I met him at a YouTube thing a couple of years ago.
Oh, don't care, Chris, honestly.
Because he's a vlogger, isn't he? So he was at this YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We started talking obviously about Footy Manager and stuff, and we actually the conversation was about when I used to go to school, me and my mates used to all print off our squads and take them in, and we'd sit down like the breakfast table and the lunch table looking at everyone's squads. And I was talking about to Kev about that, and he was like, "Oh my god, I've not thought about doing that for fucking 20 years." And he didn't remember when they got rid of it out of the game and stuff.
I would imagine. I don't know if there's still like, because there was the print option, wasn't there?
You can still print now. You can print in this game.
I was going to say, you can still just print. I guess I remember doing that there, and then you'd go in with like a highlighter, and compare your mates and stuff. Oh mate, because my first one was Championship Manager. I think it was probably 2000, 2001. I had a demo, but then CMO 102 was like my first sort of, this is amazing. This is my game, and it's the game I'm going to play for 4 years without playing anything else.
Yeah.
So
mine was CM2, and then I got the Italian expansion pack for it, and then obviously CM3 and CMO102 came off the back of that, wasn't it? But I think I'm a few years older than you, like.
You are, yeah, you are. You're 41, 42, yeah?
Yeah, 37. Let's just call it 37. 38 this year.
You're actually 37?
Mm-hmm.
You don't look it.
I know.
I mean, I'd probably go 43. Honestly, I thought you were younger than that.
No, just
news to me, mate.
Just look at me.
So I'm 30 this year. Tender.
Tough paper round.
What are the 30s? Thanks, mate. What are the 30s like? Fun?
Yeah, when you can go out. Lockdown 30s aren't very good.
Right.
You know, I'm close. Fucking hell, mate. I'm nearly 40s. 30s were boss. 32, I had kids, I think, and then it kind of all went downhill from there. If I'm honest, mate.
Goodness gracious me.
Let's get into this press conference. Then I'm going to attend. I'm going to get us into the right room this time as well.
Oh yeah, I'll be ready.
And we're going in there right now. Come on, baby. Hello, everybody.
Good to see you, Chris. How are things? How's the family? Good.
Good, thanks, mate.
Good. Actually answered that question this time. You know, how do you think Fabinho? You know, how do you think he'll react to his? There's a lot of media interest. You know, not just from the media but from clubs as well. How do you think he'll react to that interest at the moment? As you know, his performances have been top notch.
Yeah, they've been top notch. He's been banging them in for fun, hasn't he, Fabinho at the moment? He's a elite midfielder though, isn't he? 26 years old is Fabinho right now. I don't think he'll be asked about the media interest per se. He doesn't speak English, so he pretty much can't read any of the newspapers. I'm not sure whether clubs will not come a knocking, but there's no bigger club than Liverpool Football Club, and Fabinho recognises that, although he is from Brazil, so he probably will like to get off at some point and go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, because they always fucking seem to, don't they?
Yeah, not this guy though. Surely not.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Wolverhampton Wanderers, as the focus moves away from the league to the cup, are you confident with the upcoming tie?
Yeah, I mean, it's a competition I don't care too much about, if I'm honest, the FA Cup. I really want to win the league and the Champions League this season, but, you know, we'll go out there and we'll try and do bits against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's a stadium we know. When you go there, you expect fireworks, do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Especially pre-game.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, mate.
Jokes.
Good one, Chris. Good one.
I thought so.
Trent Alexander-Arnold appears to be struggling for fitness due to the current fixture congestion. Do you know who plans to rest him?
No! I'm not talking about that with you, mate. I'm not going to tell them exactly how I'm going to line up. I'm never going to answer those types of questions, so just don't ask them, okay?
Okay. It won't happen again, mate. Sorry, apologies. You'll remember Jordan Henderson's plea to Adam Lallana to stay at Liverpool before his eventual decision to leave. With the benefit of hindsight, do you now see that situation as the same, or has it changed for you?
To be honest, I'd forgotten I'd asked him to do that.
Right.
Adam's just a guy that, you know, he's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. He'd been at the club a while, if I'm honest, and I was a bit bored of him. Nothing to do with him as a player or a person. Sometimes you just get bored with people, you know what I mean?
Not at all.
Okay.
Craig, is it? Chris, isn't it? Sorry, no, my apologies. You know, this match will see Lallana, of course, come up against his former club. Are you looking forward to his return, Craig? Chris? What?
No, not at all. I'm sorry I'm laughing. The pricks are sending super chats during the press conference because they know it's funny because that noise goes off. Honestly, mate, it's really difficult to keep a straight face, and I clearly didn't. Anyway, Adam Lallana. Look, I was bored of him when he was here. I'm not going to be less bored of him from coming back, am I? Just like such a wet lettuce, you know what I mean?
Yeah, wet. Is that two T's, lettuce?
Lettuce is two T's, yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
And I like to enunciate the wet. I put her in the wet.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, if you're going to put it on the back page, then wet lettuce, please.
Yeah.
Cool.
Obviously, two letters together there, a bit like Lallana, so it's good to work well for...
Sometimes I like to put the two little dots above the U, so it's like a little smiley face like this.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I can see you've worked on that. Do you worry that Lallana will come back to haunt his former club?
No, he's shit.
Can't write that down. Honestly, what have you put?
Just change the E for a 3. It won't come up on there. The bots won't recognise it.
Yeah. You do your job, I'll do mine. Andrew Robertson, you know, he's a number of standout attributes, and many people feel they could make all the difference against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Do you share those sentiments, Chris?
Yeah, he's got standout attributes. He can drink a can of Iron Brew faster than anybody I've ever met. He can batter a Mars bar and deep fry it quicker than, me during sex, if I'm honest. And that's pretty fast, boys. Pretty fast.
Okay.
Awkward.
Can't write that down either. Can't idiots. Every time I turn up to these press conferences, I travel 200 miles round trip every time. You talk about your sex life, Page Jack. I'm sick of it. That's the bloody question. Asking about Andy Robertson's attributes. Turns around to what you've been doing in the bedroom.
Oh, which is not a lot, to be honest. Anyway, TD Shifts. I love Liverpool as secondary club, as AFC fan. So much time and respect for Liverpool and Klopp, and wouldn't you swap Keita for Havertz if possible? Ooh, I like Keita and I love Havertz. I wouldn't swap. But thank you so much for the super chat and the lovely little noise that accompanies it. Benji doesn't get to listen to that, which is a crying shame.
I'm imagining it.
Yeah, well, one day, Ben, I'll whisper it into your ear. Like a sweet nothing, I promise. How's that?
Back in a press conference.
Feels like it.
It does feel like it.
Man, it says stop bragging about sex, Chris. We're not that lucky, mate.
Right.
Oh, mate, I've got something for you. I'm telling you. Sit on your hand. After paint your nails, right?
Chris, let me stop you there, Chris, please.
Okay.
For Twitch and YouTube terms of service, let's see how Adrian and Curtis Jones are doing.
Okay. 3 to 4 weeks.
That's the first time he's been filtered in 10 years.
Yeah, you're listening, Machin.
Doing me.
See, that video doesn't go after the Chelsea if I'm doing it with Ben.
Oh, do you know, I was going to mention that, and I thought I won't, and then you have. So there we go.
Oh dear.
What a world.
I'm enjoying this, mate. I'm really enjoying this stream, mate. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, so much so you just checked what time it is.
Because I was wondering how long gone.
Yeah, it's flying by.
It is flying by, mate.
I'm having a lovely time. Thank you for having me again.
Mate, thanks for coming over. Right. So we were talking about Kev, weren't we? That's what we were talking about, mate.
If you want, yeah.
Do you rate him?
I'm sick of him on every level. So, honestly, he makes awful videos. He's got awful tactics. He picks awful teams, and he's won 3 Streamer Showdowns. And people are like, "Oh, give him some respect. He's garbage. Why are we giving him any respect for anything?" It's unbelievable. And people think, "Oh, you're just putting it on to hype up the stream." No, I genuinely think he's dreadful. So, I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way.
Well, why does he keep beating you if he's dreadful?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. No one knows. No one can figure it out. You know when Greece won the Euros and everyone was like, "How have they done that?" Yeah, it's like them winning it 3 times.
That's mad. You can't disrespect someone who's just battered you 3 times.
I bloody can. No, bloody will.
I don't think that's right.
Kev knows. We've all got time for him. But when it comes to this, it's becoming a joke. It's making the whole thing a farce. Because we all know he goes on about week on week how he doesn't know what he's doing and how he doesn't take it seriously. And then in his series, he doesn't know the players. And then he wins through and he goes, "Look how brilliant I am." And we're like, "Oh yeah, suddenly, you've won a few."
I'm glad it's not getting to you anyway.
No, I'm over it, mate.
Doesn't feel like it's getting to you
I'm over it. I'm really cool about it. I think you can tell that.
Yeah.
A mile off.
Oh yeah. Is that steam coming off you there? I can see, or
no, just jealousy.
Just jealousy, brilliant.
For those that are interested, next Streamer Showdown, 25th and 26th of July. For those that are curious. So.
When is it? 25th and 26th.
Yeah, with the draft taking place.
I'm surprised you've not already told me, to be honest.
I'm genuine when I say this, Mr. Pajak. There's 2 people confirmed for the next one out of 9. So far, I don't know, mate.
So when everyone gets back and says, "No, we can't do it that weekend," yeah, I'll still be free, mate. I'll still be free.
I've only asked 2 people. It's the final weekend of the Premier League.
I know, it is. It's Newcastle. It's a big game for me.
Cool.
It's a big game. 4 o'clock on that Sunday, I think.
It is, yeah. I'll be on just after that, for those interested. just after that. Timed it well. You've got a game against Wolves here, a biggie.
Shit, we do, don't we?
I say a biggie. It's the FA Cup, but.
Oh yeah, shit. I didn't rotate my squads. They're getting dicked then. They are getting dicked, I'm afraid. Poor old Wolverhampton Wanderers. I forgot it was the cup.
There we are. I'm back in the commentary booth. Redmen Neves, 2 minutes in, has been stretchered off as Gibbs White is going to have to come on to replace him at Molineux. Jordan Henderson, they're picking the ball up from midfield. We've seen him do it game after game, running things, the Liverpool captain, as Trent Alexander-Arnold goes back inside to Jordan Henderson. Ball played forward, fed through to Trent, ball whipped in, and goodness gracious me, Divock Origi. Can you smell what Divock is cooking, viewers? He's cooking goals on a regular occasion. It's 1-0 Liverpool, and the FA Cup, as there's a whole, the crowd are going wild outside. It's 1-0, and Liverpool, once again, I use this phrase a lot, but in cruise control. They've pressed the button, they're on the M25, they're loving it, or wherever they are. Probably not when going to Wolverhampton.
18th goal of the season for Big Div.
Unbelievable. That's what you want from him. Overperforming this season, I dare say. Loving it. As early stages, but Liverpool once again come out, mean business. Doesn't matter if it's the league or the cup. Chris Pajak has these boys drilled. Not just on the training ground, but no, just on the training ground. As they're celebrating wildly, there he is, 10 minutes after the goal's been scored. So really is enjoying himself on the touchline. Of course, a touchline that has been once stood on by the likes of Mick McCarthy, and now Chris following in his footsteps, although this time in the away dugout. As Wolves have got a corner here, ball played in. It's cleared away. Diego Jota run off it by Sadio Mane, and the counter attack. We've seen Liverpool do this before. Sadio Mane racing towards the penalty area. Shot goes in. Goodness gracious me! It's his 14th goal of the season. Van Dijk credited with the assist, but it was all about Sadio Mane. Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. 20 minutes gone.
Watch Origi.
Progression in this competition.
Watch Origi.
Certain.
He knew Mane was scoring because he didn't even bother his arse.
He was strolling. He's jogging. What a goal from Sadio Mane. Superb stuff. As Liverpool look very, very good. Of course, Wolves rocked by the injury early to Ruben Neves, but it hasn't really mattered. Great counter-attack from Liverpool. Sadio Mane doing it all himself, really, after defended well from the corner. Elsewhere around the ground, McTominay scored for Manchester United. Bournemouth have taken a surprise lead against Arsenal. They've just been pegged back, actually. 1-1 them as it is after 25 minutes. And Sheffield United lead at West Bromwich Albion as there's a free kick to be played in by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Ball whipped in this time, and it goes toward the centre, knocks across the other side. It's close, but it's saved. I think Patricio just got hands to it as Trent comes forward again. Ball played in, finds Mane at the back post into the side netting, and a goal kick given for Wolverhampton Wanderers, who so far don't really seem to have a footing into this game. Half time gone. We'll join Chris Pajak on the sidelines. Chris, you must be delighted to see both Mane and Origi scoring in this game.
Absolutely, mate. It's Lallana. God, he's boring me just with the way he walks with the ball. Christ on a ball.
Stay with us, Chris.
Oh my God,
Good save by Alison Becker. And we've lost Chris Pajak there, who has fallen asleep, viewers. We'll hopefully wake him up with some good performances before the second half concludes, as we've got John Henderson racing forward once again. Ball played out to the left-hand side. It's Jadon Sancho. Goes all the way to the byline. Origi heads and tipped over, I think, by Rui Patricio in a corner kick, which, as I know from Football Manager, means nothing. Something sick has happened. "36 minutes gone. Chris Pajak is more awake now. Adam Lallana, of course, against his former club, will have looked to make an impact today. So far, it hasn't quite happened for him, and we have a very average game in a Wolves side that have struggled to get into this one, despite the more possession they've had, according to the stats, 52% so far. It's not really been enough, as Liverpool, with the early goals, have managed to just see this game through to half-time, and will look to do the same again in the second half. Over to Chris Pajak with his half-time team talk.
Yeah, first of all, big shouts from the stands. I could hear TD Shifts shouting over to me. He says, "What's your score prediction for Arsenal Leicester?" I reckon Arsenal beat them, actually. What's your score prediction for Liverpool Arsenal? I reckon Liverpool beat them. And he also said he loves what Redmen TV is. He's the best Liverpool fan channel. Thiago, yes or no? I'd like to see him. I still don't think we're going to sign him for some reason. But there is no smoke without fire. We'll get back into the team talk then. Thank you very much for the super chat and the lovely little riff that goes with it. We're not going to do much, to be honest. In fact, we are going to make a few changes, thinking about it. I think I'm probably about ready to. I should have made more changes for this, so it's all on me. So I'm gonna make a couple now and just keep one back. I think.
Brave this. Double change for Liverpool though. At the back, we see Van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold replaced by Joel Matip and James Milner. Liverpool though looking to do very much what they did in the first half. Wolves rarely in on goal, and Liverpool have got things under control as over on that left-hand side. They're trying to work it once again. It's Gini Wijnaldum who finds Jadon Sancho, bursts into the penalty area. Patricio forces to a good save down to his right-hand side. And the corner to be taken on that side, of course, by James Milner, who's just come on. Of course, Trent has been replaced. So the corner's gone in, and it's very, very close. Joel Matip with the attempt. Not usually known for his goal scoring, but nearly could produce one there.
Yeah, quite surprising, to be honest. I told him to keep his arse back.
The whole thing. For the whole thing. There's actually a few Liverpool boys, former Liverpool players out there today. Connor Cody making an appearance, has certainly settled himself down on that Wolves side. Chris, is he the sort of player you'd like to have had in this Liverpool squad?
No, he's not good enough. I do like him. Genuinely, I do think he's a good player. I'd rather have him than Lovren, but I don't think he's the type of player who wants to play football.
Yeah.
I reckon. Are you allowed to have an opinion on football though? Real football, not,
I mean, I hope so. Otherwise,
because you're just a football manager streamer, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising you've got interest in other clubs because you're just a Liverpool fan channel. But it's nice, isn't it?
He did play for Liverpool though, thankfully. So I'm allowed to. No, it's mad, that, isn't it? That's funny. Nothing's going on here. 21 shots, 9 on target.
Yeah, it's been quite boring. 15 minutes to go, and we've said it a few times. Liverpool just loving it, making it look easy so far tonight. Unbelievable. And they will progress as well, it looks like, to the next round. Sheffield United winning their game at the moment. They'll be through to the next round, as are Manchester United. Scott McTominay getting another goal in that game. Watford beating Luton. Some of those results coming through again. Sheffield United battering West Bromwich Albion. As this Liverpool game so far has been very routine. Not too much to change. Wolves haven't found any way to get back into this. It's going to be a third and final change as Kluivert comes on up top for Divock Origi, who got the goal. Job done for Divock as Justin comes on in time. Just in time.
Hey.
2 minutes to go. Oh, well, maybe, just maybe. Stranger things have happened in the FA Cup as Wolves looking to mount one final attack as Moutinho plays it out to the right-hand side. Otto's on that. Ball played into the centre. Neto.
Oh, double save!
Oh, goodness gracious me. That is the work of one of the world's best goalkeepers as Wolves denied once again. Moutinho's put in this corner. Goes towards the front post and it's headed over by Connor Cody and some of the Wolves fans there. Heading for the exit. They know this game's done, as do the Liverpool team. And Wolves going to be disappointed. One final chance in the game perhaps, but I don't think there's any time for them to really get back into this. There could be a chance of Liverpool counter-attacking, in fact, as Andy Robertson wins the ball back from left back and looks for players inside. The Wolves players getting back a little slower than they were at the start of this game as Gini Wijnaldum feeds the ball through. Henderson's in. Oh, dearie me. Patricio saves. He was offside, Henderson. But again, still working hard even in the latter stages of the game, and that sums that man up. And you can find T-shirts with him on available now in store. Link in the description for anyone that's interested. They're there for you. They're there.
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely fucking brilliant.
Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. Game on.
I tell you what, we're gonna head over and see what somebody said after that. I think it might be me brother. I'm not sure. Can't remember. No, it's a story of the match.
something that the competition should know. Rest of the world is Bobby Fabio. And I, getting the ball, let's go every time. Top leg, and that's your top leg. 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 Top leg. Yes, man.
Wow, fans go mental there singing the Reds are top of the league. The Reds are top of the league.
Yeah, interesting to rub that in, even in an FA Cup game. I thought that was really quite something.
It's what we do. We're unbearable. We're unbearable, mate. We're unbearable. It's what we do. I just saw you popping up in the chat there. If you see Dr. Benji FM, go and give him a little subscribe as well. Taking the time out and making sure making sure that I'm enjoying this stream, to be honest. So,
oh, unbelievable. It's pretty unusual that I go on streams and have to pay the person to be on them, but you know, here we are.
Oh well, yeah, you know. I'll refund that t-shirt for you, mate.
No, do not do that.
Right, we are doing a press conference.
Oh yes.
I think we'll try and not be as filthy, unless, well, let us know. Do you want me to be filthy? Do you think I can stop being filthy? I've pretty much done this throughout my entire YouTube career. I'm not going to stop now. We're 10 years in. It is what it is. Right, press conference room. Here we go. You're already there, waiting for me. Sorry to keep you waiting, mate. Yeah, weird.
Yeah. First question I've got here is, what time do you call this? I love it.
Sorry if I'm a bit late, mate. I'll not lie to you, I was banging a secretary round the corner.
Several of your players have spoken about the positive atmosphere in the dressing room here. Do you think it's been a key factor behind your current run of form?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've spoken about it plenty of times, haven't we? We want filthy page access, man. Well, look, I think the greatest thing that we can do as a team is help each other out and take us each to places where we want to be. You know, and if that means that, you know, we erupt together for one big final throbbing send off, then that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, he's doing it again. Yeah. I don't know. It's every time we come here, he makes it sexual. You know, I thought this was. Yeah, you're disgusted as well. If we all file a report at the same time, maybe something gets done. But you must worry. Honestly, the question's pointless because he just makes every time. It doesn't matter, does it? You must then worry about any loss and how that might, have an effect on some of the players and their confidence, Chris.
No, once you've been as close as we all have together, I think everybody's got confidence, whether it's in the showers or in each other's hands or anything. We
can't use any of this, can I? Every time I told you before, I turn up for these press conferences. I show you respect. Show us with some respect, right, guys? Guys. They've gone. All right, fair enough, Chris. You do you, mate.
Thanks, mate. What was the question?
I don't remember. Sean Dyche has been a lot of plaudits, though, isn't he? For many are looking at that and thinking, Burnley, what an overachievement. Would you agree that he's been performing unexpectedly high? So that's what he's expected to be doing at this moment, Chris. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, Sean Dyche is, at the end of the day, he's just
a sexy guy, is he, Chris?
No,
is he a sexy guy?
No, he's not. He's just a ginger little nugget, and that's it. With a really strange voice, if I'm honest. Not someone, you definitely wouldn't like to wake up next to him. You definitely wouldn't like to hear him in a darkened room. And to be honest with you, I just don't think he's a very good football manager. I think he shaves his pubes to make his dick look bigger.
I can't write that down. I started writing. There's no point, is there? We'll move on, Chris, if you don't mind. You're obviously very surprised by their current performance levels. I'm talking football performance levels. Is there any danger, Sean Dyche and his side, finding that praise a little bit patronising, Chris?
Probably it is patronising, if I'm honest. If you've taken what I've said, then yeah, it's patronising.
Yeah. Yeah, but good for him, eh? Good for little old Sean. Good for him. Salah, he's been absent with injury for a long time. Rumours, though, circulating that he could be back in the lineup for Burnley.
I am not going to tell you that he's going to start or not. It's Mo Salah. He's a fantastic footballer. We want him on the pitch as soon as possible. But I'm not going to tell that little ginger nugget whether he's going to have to face Mo Salah or not.
Even Sean. Okay. You've turned Anfield into what many consider to be a fortress in recent times. How important is a good home record, Chris?
Massively important. I mean, you're a journalist. You tell me, can you win the league with a crap home record?
Depends what your away record's like, Chris.
It does. Can you win it without a home record, though?
No, you will need a home record, but it depends what you consider a good win. It's all relative, isn't it, really, Chris? It doesn't matter. If you've got 10 wins or 20 wins, I mean, you can't get 20.
But this is what I'm trying to say to you, Ben. This is what I'm trying to say, Theo, even. You're the journalist. Why don't you write the words? Why do you need justification? And I agree with you. If you believe and have the courage of convictions in your own words, then write that. Why don't you write, journalist Theo Rowe thinks that, which is you, Teoroux, thinks that you don't need a good home record as long as your away record is good, and see how your newspaper sells then.
Yeah, but they're not looking for me on the back page, are they? Because they're looking for you, mate. You're top of the league. I'm a humble journalist from humble beginnings.
Okay. Then I'm happy to answer the question.
Can we expect mass change for this one? There's a big match against Leipzig coming up. It's just around the corner, in fact, and obviously you're a 2-1 down in that game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you might want to try and turn that round soon.
Hopefully, we need to rest players, and I need to. My problem is I've got a clicky finger, and I click that continue button far too often without thinking, and it's something that I'm going to have to live with as a manager. It's one of my own faults, and I really understand that. So yeah, it's difficult, but I'm going to try and remember to actually change the team this time.
Yeah, Chris Pajacking, clicky finger shocker. There we are. That's got my headline. That's what I came for.
Hello, baby. Okay. Okay. She's just been shopping. Yeah. Do you enjoy yourself?
No, Nanny's here.
Nanny's here. Is she to get the strimmer? Okay, brilliant. Can I'm right in the middle of a live show, baby. Can I speak to you in a bit?
I'll try these clothes on and then I'll come in.
You try those clothes on and then do a catwalk. Brilliant. Thanks, babe.
That's the niche is to me. That's good. That's been the highlight, to be honest. It's been the best bit.
Yeah, she's lost the tooth, the front tooth yesterday as well, so she sounds hilarious at the moment. It's one of my favourite things, listen to her whistle her way through sentences. It's brilliant. Oh, she's just been on a little shopping trip with her nans, the first time in 4 months, so she's dead excited, like.
Yeah, man, love that.
It's boss, like. She's great.
Oh, quarter-final draw.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Ooh. Whoa.
Okay, the first team drawn out of the hat will be Tottenham Hotspur. They will be facing off against Watford in an all Greater London clash. Sheffield United will be facing off against Arsenal in a classic FA Cup tie. Swansea will be up against Liverpool as the two clubs from Manchester will be facing off at Old Trafford. Liverpool will count themselves, I say lucky, but people would have wanted to avoid them. So Swansea can count themselves unlucky on this occasion.
Hey, that's a decent little draw.
Clicky finger. Clicky Chris.
Clicky Chris, baby. That's what they call me.
Clicky Chris.
Clicky Chris. It's something I've had to live with. Right, we're going to need some. Yeah, honestly, I've got a clicky ankle as well. You didn't know that, did you?
Good addition. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I can click it whenever I want.
Yeah. Go on then.
There you go. You can't hear it. It's on.
I did Billy Joel's Piano Man, whereas we've got Clicky Chris over here. I mean, acting as if that's as good. For God's sake.
I thought it was good.
What are we doing?
Alright, we're going to need to make changes.
Alright, just while you do that, if you're watching on the Redmen TV's YouTube channel or on the Twitch channel, make sure you're subscribed / and or following to get all the updates of when people go live or a new video is uploaded. Do that now. And of course, if you're looking for some merchandise, I've got some on. You can get it in the link in the description, of course, in store now. Make sure you follow on all socials.
Professional That's the word.
For just in general, so you don't have to look like you're just selling out constantly.
It does nice.
It's nice. I'll do you a set of followers on these things, if required.
That's brilliant. Right, what am I going to do here? I'm making some wholesale changes here.
Yeah.
Kara needs to come in at some point. I need to build his fitness up a little bit. It's probably not the right game for that, but anyway.
Yeah. This is good though.
Oh, Salas can't be far away now. Benji's done more selling of this match than his own. There you go.
Yeah, that's true actually, to be fair. That's true. Mine is available, but do what you want, honestly. Do what you want. Do as you please. Alright, and so far so good though. I mean, up we come against Burnley. It's again, if we're going to be invincible here, Chris, this is a must-win game. Liverpool going with not as a familiar lineup actually. Joel Matip and Kera. Is it Kera? Is that how you say it?
I say Kera, but
Kera.
I mean, I've got no idea.
We'll go Kera. Why not? He'll be at the back with Matip for this one. Fabinho just ahead, with Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold flanking either side. Like Chamberlain and Jorginho Wijnaldum in the centre, with Clive at one side, Sancho at the other, and of course Roberto Firmino continues up top three.
I don't know if lockdowns happened or whether you're just going to commentate from home now. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's like he knew what I was about to say. We're going to get started, and it's going to be fantastic. We're going to absolutely batter them.
Right. Hello there, folks. You join us at Anfield for another big clash in the Premier League as Liverpool face off against Burnley. There's a pitch invader briefly trying to get onto the pitch, trying to get an autograph from Chris Pajak, I believe.
She's got a new little pink skirt on and she's made up. She's giving me a little fashion show.
As 5 minutes gone, Liverpool Burnley still remains 0-0. Nothing really jumps out from the statistics at this time. So it says on screen.
It's been a bit poo.
I'll go with that. Liverpool so far, this is their 29th game of the season. 24 wins and 4 draws. Sorry, no, 25 wins and 3 draws, I should say. As if they can add to that today, they'll take that tally above 80 points for the season. Nearest challengers, Chelsea. Nowhere to be seen. Burnley, though, having a tremendous season, up there in 5th position, and they will be hoping a win here can maybe secure their spot in Europe next season. Of course, Tottenham having a dreadful season this year. Sorry, it should remain neutral, really. Liverpool, though, 25 minutes gone. So far, having the best of it, but we're not seeing nearly enough to put the ball into the back of the net. But you look at the Liverpool bench this afternoon, and they've got strength in depth, and I'm sure at some point we may be seeing a few of those boys if things don't change quickly. As Alexander Chamberlain racing forward finds Jadon Sancho, who cuts just inside, gives it to Boy Firmino. The shot comes in, and a great save in goal for Burnley as Sancho plays it back to Andy Robertson. It's pouring here at Anfield as the tackle comes in, and Matt Loughton will have to scoop that away as quickly as possible, and it goes out for a Liverpool throw-in on this near touchline.
Oh, I just seen a Teespring Dr. Benji thing in the Twitter chat there. Well That's done, true. My name is Kesh. Well done.
You don't. Honestly, you don't have to. It's fine. I appreciate that though, mate. That's very kind. Half an hour gone. Liverpool 0, Burnley 0, but a throw-in on that side. Andy Robertson will be taking it. Goes long towards Jorginho Wijnaldum, who flicks it on towards Alexander Chamberlain. Liverpool looking for the first goal of the game as Trent goes for goal, and Trent finds the back of the net. A stupendous finish from the right back. It's his 3rd goal of the season. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain provides it as Chris Pajak there.
Wet Willie.
He's wet. Okay, thank goodness that's what it is. He's giving it all sorts of gestures. He's a man of gestures rather than statements or principles. He's all about what happens on the touchline rather than what happens in the press room, as we've seen. Liverpool 1, Burnley 0 here at Anfield, and Burnley have got quite the task so far. No one really putting in the performance to justify their starting position in the team, whereas on Liverpool's side, Trent is making all the difference. Good God, what are we witnessing on the touchline there? What was that?
That's the wet willy. I was wet willy and Dyche. It's what I do.
Right. What can I say? Yes, what can I say? Half time, Liverpool lead 1-0, and into the dressing room we go with Chris Pajak.
Yeah, everybody, more of that, please.
Brilliant. Out for the second half we go, as Liverpool, of course, have got that crucial Champions League game coming up midweek, and will hopefully be able to deal with Burnley quickly in the second half so they can maybe start turning their attention, and maybe a few substitutions can be made when it comes to the midweek fixture. Burnley will know that though, and will probably be looking to get a goal late in this game if they can. With 55 minutes gone, I've seen nothing really from Burnley to suggest that'll be possible. 60% of the ball in Liverpool's favour, 12 shots with 5 on target. It's been a dominant display by the Reds so far. And it's going to be up to Chris Pajak. Whether he's going to make moves early here, of course, he might be looking to rest the likes of Sancho, Firmino, Fabinho in the centre. And he goes to the tactics board as we join Chris, as he's talking with his coaches there. He's deciding on something. Chris, what are the thoughts there?
I don't know, really. I'm just going to work it out. If anyone's got any ideas, I'm happy to listen. Origi's probably going to come back in for this one. I'm probably going to rest Fabinho for a few minutes as well with the big game at the weekend. And we'll probably take out Trent, even though he's been sensational.
Oh, unexpectedly, a triple change from Liverpool with half an hour to go. Only a 1-0 advantage. Will that be a risk that pays off for Chris Pajak? Any red cards or injuries now could prove crucial on the Liverpool side, whereas Burnley, they've brought on Chris Wood, so they have waved the white flag there. Burnley really aren't trying in this game anymore. They've given up, some might say. But at 1-0, Liverpool are good for it, and Burnley continually doing very little as Chris Pajak heaping praise on this Liverpool side, which some players have found motivating, others make them slightly more nervous. As with 20 minutes to go, Liverpool looking to protect the unbeaten streak here. Can it be done? 15 minutes left, all 3 substitutions made, and this Liverpool side, again, I've used it before, I'll use it again, it's one of my favourite phrases, cruise control has been applied, and Chris Pajak looked very happy with himself on the sidelines.
Do you know, I'm actually nervous because of your commentary. Like, it's actually making me think about this fucking winning games and all that type of stuff, and I'm actually starting to think about whether I should go defensive now. You're in my head.
Good. 80 minutes to go, and Pajak continues to play quite an assertive, aggressive game, even though they're defending the lead.
Fuck off!
Might be better here as Robert Snodgrass and Joe Rodriguez come on for Burnley. Charlie Taylor booked as well. Burnley trying everything they can to get a single goal in this game to level things up, but Liverpool standing strong. And after the goal early from Trent Alexander-Arnold, they found no way back into it, although a highlight into the game as James Milner up on that right hand side. A second goal would surely seal it now. Ball played in towards that back post. It falls to Kluivert, who's there with Wijnaldum, who strikes on goal, and Jorginho Wijnaldum with his second goal of the season. Justin Kluivert with the assist. I'm forgetting his name now because of Chris Pajak. And as the goal goes in, Liverpool know this game will be won, and attention's turned to Anfield midweek with Leipzig coming in for that game. It's going to be 2-1 to Leipzig as things stand, and people are on the edge of their seats waiting for that one. But there's the goal from Wijnaldum. That's the goal that matters, and it keeps Liverpool top of the table and invincible as things stand.
Oh, yes. Love
that.
Get
the clicky fingers out, viewers.
Get
Come on.
Clicky fingers out, mate. Oh, brilliant. Right, we're going to go and see a young lad, very outspoken lad for the Redmen TV after that win against Burnley.
How you doing?
Good. We won. That's what I wanted going into the game.
Yeah.
Didn't play great, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. If we win, I couldn't care less.
You know, it would have been lovely. I said this before. Would have been lovely to go out there and absolutely snot them, wipe away all the fears. But as I say, sometimes, particularly given how slow we started that game, we dug ourselves a little bit of a hole. But at least, my God, for the first time in ages, we actually dug ourselves out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because we kind of didn't play much better than we did against Leicester in this game, but we won, and that's what you've got to do. He's buzzing him, isn't he? He's having the time of his life. You know, we didn't play much better today than we did against Leicester, did we? And you know, we won, and that's the difference. Like I said, I don't care because we won, but we do need to play better, though. That's the thing, isn't it? I
mean, between now and the end of the season, if that's the starting point for, because we've got a lot of these type of games coming up between now and the end of the season, we can't play the top 6 every week, unfortunately. But yeah, no, you know, we've got to be able to. But that'll give the team confidence because you know, even like someone like
Kluivert,
he's been getting a lot of stick. Didn't have an amazing game, but you know, he's cropped up.
He's helped us win the match.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what you need. So yeah, you need them players who can come up in moments and just, you know, do the job for you. And if you do that, if you do that, then we're gonna like you because you get, you know, you're helping us.
Good stuff, and we'll like you. They're never a true word.
That's literally it. So
Patrick's son
played bad, but like I said, he got us the 3 points. So we're not gonna go on Twitter and call him this, that and the other. He won us the game, so we're going to be nice to him.
Oh, some buttes will though, won't they?
Yeah, but they'll be neutrals then, you know what I mean? Because they're just jealous that we won, because they couldn't do it if that was them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Listen, spot on.
When you see him dancing, Clive is...
We know you got it in you, too good as the wind. You will never walk alone. La 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 la.
Paddy's got a new song. Oh, fucking hell. Justin's got a new song. Every time.
What a boy. What a boy.
And he didn't even score a goal. I mean...
No, but it's his influence. I think that's what people appreciate.
I think so, mate. I think so.
The NBA teams were just lower stuffed. Quite near me, that.
Right. I'm going to need your help here, mate.
Yes, mate. I mean, this is actually a game that matters now.
Yeah. What? Just tell me where to click. Tell me what to do. Make sure I get through. Have you got time for one more game, by the way? I don't want to put... Yeah.
For those who just tuned in, this is the start of Chris's 24-hour stream, so welcome everybody as got yourselves in, belt and braces. I think it's one of those situations, because you're the home side at Anfield, as we've seen every single time you've played at Anfield, you win basically every game. So I think if you just play your strongest 11, then it should be, it sounds really simple, right? It should be okay. I think changing too much here would be the biggest mistake you can make, and then you're sort of playing to what they're doing, where they should be way more worried about what you're doing. They're going to set up quite defensively. If you get an early goal, you've got the away goal. Like, they're going to be banging trouble there. So I wouldn't even change too much other than playing your strongest 11. So.
What about like the formations when you go 4-3-3 against 4-2-3-1 and Footy Manager? What's that?
It's very player dependent. So, like, if they're going to play that system, then it sort of plays into your hands because of where Fabinho plays. The reality is, because of how attacking Trent and Robertson are, their wingers aren't going to be that effective, especially at home. So they're probably going to have to come further back. Like Dani Olmo, if Dani Olmo plays, he's a really dangerous player. Werner in behind, like you play a high line, that might be something that Werner wants to play into, which could be a danger. But again, I wouldn't change too much. Like, I think part of playing a high line means that you can press higher up and you can push them further back. So stay with that. And if Werner scores early, maybe think, right, we should probably drop the line a little bit here because he's going to do us. But if not, I'd just go with what you've been playing recently, even against the likes of Burnley. Just hoping for the best.
Okay. All right, nice one. Right, well, let's get into it then. I know you're starting your stream at 5 o'clock. What I'll do, actually...
I'm actually not, Chris.
Oh, aren't you? All right, I thought you were. Sorry,
I got a video out at 5, but I'll be streaming that later after the football. So.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, cool. I thought you were on 5. Sorry, mate. I was going to raid. You see.
It's all right.
Because I know how to do that now.
Get all the Twitch lingo.
I never turn mine off. Like, I always forget to turn my stream off because of doing that. But luckily, I've got people who care and do tell me that.
That's good. Over 100 people watching right now. If you are watching and not already followed, get on it. I'm going to do it. For some reason, I wasn't followed. That's good, isn't it? That's what you want.
That's what we want. That's probably the most we've ever had watching on a Twitch stream as well. I think we normally average, in fact the Twitch people will tell me, it's probably about 30 to 40, isn't it? YouTube, I think we've got a couple hundred on here as well. I think we've got about 350 to 400 watching live. Most of the time it's just teetering around the 400, which would be quite cool.
Because there's obviously videos every day, but this particular stream save is every Tuesday.
Tuesday, 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock, yeah. Right, before we get into it then, we've got, like, you've been making Footy Manager content for 5 years now.
Yeah, it's a long time.
How's today been?
How's today been?
Yeah.
Particularly.
Yeah.
What with your Football Manager expertise? This is, I say this all the time, right? But you must feel the same when you do stuff with other people and do collaborative projects. They're the most fun you can have doing sometimes. Like just chatting with someone different, doing something different from what you normally do. Like this is really good fun. So and what we've seen actually with the Football Manager scene is we're seeing more and more people outside of the generic Football Manager community come and play FM, want to learn about it, want to know about it, want to improve on it, and also have fun playing it. And that's what is really great for me. You get some people that go, stick to what you're good at, stick to doing fan channel stuff, stick to doing FIFA, stick to doing whatever it is. Whereas I've got the attitude of, like, welcome these people in. Like, they're bringing a new audience to Football Manager that didn't give a shit before, so give them the opportunity to be there and engage with them, and that's something I'm more than willing to do. And like for some, it's easy for me when it's you, and like when it's someone like you, Chris, it's very easy for me to be like supportive of that and want to help with that. And I hope that when the new people do come along, that they're willing to sort of engage with the community. That's the thing that puts people off, when someone comes along and it doesn't care. Whereas, like, you mentioned the bloody Streamer Showdown on your podcast, you didn't have to do that at all. But immediately it lets me know, and lets other people know, oh, he's not just here to like leech off the Football Manager community. He's here because he's got an interest, and I think that's important. So it's really cool to see you do this sort of stuff. YouTube stuff here as well. I
like that, mate. I think for me, you know, it's doing something that's just a little bit different. You know, it's you know, I want to have fun with whatever I'm doing now. I'm at that stage where I'm not going to do something just because it gets views or just because it doesn't get views at the same time. Like this for us, like it doesn't get anywhere near as many views as what we'd normally expect. It doesn't matter if you're having fun, does it? You know what I mean? No. And I've always, like, I used to work in restaurants and run restaurants and stuff in the past, and you know, people would say to you, oh no, there's a restaurant opening up around the corner. I'm like, that's good. Just means more people walk past looking for somewhere to eat. You know, more people making content is not necessarily a bad thing. And as you say, if it's different audiences with different eyes, which it will be, then more the merrier. There's so many people who like computer games. There's so many people who like footy, and there's so many different people who can just have fun with, and it's a boss thing. Like, we've always spoken to different like fan channels and stuff, and like whether they're a fan of another football club, it doesn't really matter. I get on with them. That's kind of what matters, isn't it? So yeah, mate, thanks for coming on as well. Really appreciate it. Right.
But also, like, I hear a lot of fan channels talk about you guys and what you've done with Redmen, and it's always glowing. Like, and I think it's because you're open enough to work with anyone. Well, I'll not say anyone, like anyone that's good enough. You know what I mean? Anyone that's going to add to the quality of what you're doing. I think that's sick. And like something I've always admired about the way you do things. Like, it's not just like Liverpool focused. You do have an interest in what other people are doing, what other teams are doing, and having that as like a collective project. And that's good. I think you and Paul both, and everyone else involved with like what you're doing, do a really good job at that. So.
Nice one, mate. Appreciate that. Right, I need another fucking goalkeeper. Right, where am I gonna? How do I do this, mate? How do I make it?
Have you got another keeper? Yeah. I'll be honest, chance of a keeper getting injured,
mate,
pretty unlikely. Like, you could probably risk it and have another outfield player and not worry about it.
I can't. I cannot actually ever consider that. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Would you do that?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you?
Yeah. I very, very rarely put a keeper on the bench. Because it's just, I see goalkeepers get injured once every like 100 games.
Wow.
So it's probably worth it. Like, even then, like, it might not happen for years. You'll have keepers that just play every single game, never get injured. So, you know.
Right, this is a fucking big game now.
Let me get out of here, get into here. All right then, Chris Pajak, it's a big game. It may well define your Liverpool legacy. While the league looks like it may well be wrapped up, viewers, we turn our attention to the Champions League. Liverpool here against RB Leipzig. It's going to be interesting. Leipzig hold a 2-1 advantage after the first fixture, and now to the second leg at Anfield. A famous night at Anfield may be upon us, as Timo Werner and his boys will be looking to upset the usual, as Liverpool have gone with a very, very strong 11. Arguably the strongest 11 they can put out. Still, Mo Salah not quite ready to start the game, but will appear potentially from the bench later on, as early in this game Liverpool go a little bit more attacking. 12 minutes gone. Chris Pajak's already looking to make a move. It's going to be a free kick swung in from that far side. Yes! Goal! And Jorginho Wijnaldum, his third goal of the season, recently scoring against Burnley in the league, follows it up with a massive goal. And now, with the away goal advantage, Liverpool will be progressing if things remain the same. It's a fantastic delivery from Alexander-Arnold. The great first save from former Liverpool goalkeeper Peter Galaski. Impossible, viewers. Regardless, Liverpool lead 1-0, 2-2 on aggregate. Chris Pajak, how do you feel after that goal?
I feel great. I've got a massive boner. It's fantastic.
Of course you have. Liverpool back on the attack again. Jadon Sancho this time, of course, playing against some former counterparts from Germany, where he'd obviously played against them for Borussia Dortmund. He'll know all about them. He will have told his Liverpool teammates what to expect from these sorts of games. And so far, it's going brilliantly. 20 minutes gone, and Liverpool in the driving seat. So far, Leipzig offering very little. Potentially the Anfield crowd getting to them. The atmosphere is raucous this evening. And Chris Pajak is giving it everything. From the sideline, you can see the fans are very much involved. He's pointing. He's just words are failing me, viewers, because of Chris Pajak's antics. I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Surely there's going to be an FA investigation, or at least UEFA will have some say, as some of those gestures not really appropriate for a football manager.
Not a great game.
Gesticulating. That's the word.
There it is.
Took me ages. I couldn't do it in full flight. I just don't say it very often. 40 minutes gone. Liverpool still with a lead. As Forsberg, we must close him down, is the suggestion. But it's a corner to be played in from Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's headed clear, and here's the counter-attack. This is what Leipzig will have been waiting for. The pace of Timo Werner. Chris Pajak looks nervous as they're racing forward on that left-hand side. Ball played in towards the centre. Lookman can't quite do enough. It's Jordan Henderson to come the other way now. Can he play the ball forward? He does. He finds Roberto Firmino, who escapes the marking of the defender. It's a massive save from the Leipzig goalkeeper, and it's cleared away. Liverpool still hold the advantage as we get towards half-time. Leipzig have had very little say in the game so far, and Pajak's boys are looking good for it. Fabinho picks it up around 30 yards out, goes towards Robertson on the left-hand side, pulls across back. It's cleared. Is it not quite? Mane's back on it again. Ball whipped in for a third time. Then Roberto Firmino makes it 2-0. Liverpool in the driving seat. Pajak goes wild. The Anfield crowd rises. And it's Liverpool 3, Leipzig 2 on aggregate. Robertson does some fantastic work on the left-hand side, but it's how the way Liverpool keep the ball alive and create a second opportunity. That's what's to be admired, as the header from Roberto Firmino is phenomenal. Chris Pajak, 2-0. How you feeling?
In your fucking face, Leipzig. In your face. In your face.
They've been told, viewers. They've been told. As we get to half-time, Chris Pajak with one of the easier team talks you'd think, but he's got to keep these boys up for it. He knows a Leipzig goal could change everything. Right,
boys, go out there, continue to do what you're doing. I'm happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up, lads. This is it. They haven't had a shot. Don't give them a sniff. Don't give them a whiff of us. Just go in, get the job done, boys.
Welcome back then, viewers, for the second half. Liverpool versus Leipzig, as they've got a free kick early in the half. Forsberg plays it in, lofts it in, headed away by Jadon Sancho when Alden clears, and it's going to be the work of Bobby Firmino. Can he get there first? He can, and plays it back to Andy Robertson. And Liverpool so far have looked brilliant, and again on the counter-attack, Jadon Sancho racing it on goal. Can he make it 3?
Yes, Jadon!
And Liverpool's progression from the last 16 of the Champions League is looking ever closer. 4-2 on aggregate now. Leipzig have had nothing to offer offensively, and Liverpool on their counter-attack, as they do so many times, look so dangerous. And Jadon Sancho, the new recruit at Anfield, doing wonderful things. His 12th of the season. Robertson with the assist, and it's Liverpool 3, Leipzig 0.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Wonderful. 50 minutes gone. It's looking good, isn't it? Let's be real. This is without Sadio Mane having his best performance. Golaski in goal is having an absolute shocker. Yeah, not going brilliantly for him in the Leipzig net. As so far, Leipzig yet to register a shot on target. But maybe this will be their moment, of course. Not what Chris Pajak wants to hear, but so far they've done so little. It makes you wonder how he lost the first game. As Sancho racing forward, can he create something once again? He goes for it. It's not troubling the goalkeeper, though. And this time it goes behind. Half an hour to go, just over, for Leipzig to claw their way back in. Of course, the 4-2 advantage and the away goal, making it very difficult for Leipzig. But there's another chance for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold, ball played in, headed in, goal! And this time, Wijnaldum gets another. He's a goal machine at the moment. Joe Gomez with the assist on this occasion. And it's Liverpool 4, it's Leipzig 0. And you've got to say, and maybe this is premature, but this game is over.
Commentator. Really? I think it is too. But I'm allowed to say that.
Wow. This has been emphatic. No one was expecting this.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to think about resting players at this point.
Will we see Mo Salah enter the pitch? Is it time to give him a bit of fitness?
Would you?
I'd bring him on for Mane. Mane's had a bit of a quiet game comparably to everyone else. Salah needs the football. You're 4-0 up, you're cruising. There's a 3-goal advantage.
Would you do anything else?
Not at this stage. You got 25 minutes left. Anything could happen. So keep it steady. It's nice. So far, so good, Chris.
Okay.
Unbelievable. 20 minutes to go. Leipzig still yet to register a shot on target. It's been a really tough game for them. The goalkeeper, you can see, on a 4.7 in game. Not what you want when you're an opposition keeper away at Anfield, and he'll know that all too well. There's some top performances out there for Liverpool today. Wijnaldum has been the star of the show, and the supporting cast have been quite brilliant. As Virgil van Dijk goes for another free kick, it dipped late there. It was very close. We've seen him score once. He may well have scored again. Chris Pajak with 10 minutes to go. You must be feeling confident.
Oh, mate, I'm loving life at the moment. I mean, they've got no chance, have they? Liverpool. This is what we built up to. This is the high point of our season right now, and this is the competition that we want to win. Oh, Mo back in the fray as well. Lovely to see.
Yeah, good to see him back out on the field. Of course, that big injury. People wondered if he'd be out for longer, but no, he's come back. Credit goes to the Liverpool physios for that. As Salah himself now on a free kick, dangerously close. Some of these free kicks have been agonisingly close to Liverpool, but still, they don't even need it at this stage. 5-2 on aggregate. It looks like this job has been well and truly done. Less possession in the game, but then again, Leipzig have had far more kickoffs, haven't they? Bless them, as the ball is played to the edge of the penalty area. Goes back to Forsberg, and a little bit of control needed for Leipzig at this stage. And again, they lose the ball, and Firmino racing forward. Liverpool so dangerous as well. Pajak's erupted on the sideline there. He doesn't want to see one of his star men
for the first
injured. And a red card comes out for Angelino. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not fond memories of Anfield for Angelino, as he'll be sent home packing. As Origi comes on Firmino late as well. Just wasting a little bit of time. Roberto Firmino's run himself into the ground tonight, got himself a goal. And Liverpool fans stand and appreciate what he's done for them this evening. Absolutely top work from Roberto Firmino, as to be expected as Liverpool's front man. With only 3 minutes left, though, Chris Pajak, he's already shaking hands with the opposing manager. That really is disgusting, as the game's not even quite over yet. He's pulling faces, he's doing all sorts of horrendous things. But there it is, full time here at Anfield. Liverpool 4, RB Leipzig 0, and Liverpool progress to the quarter-finals of the Champions League.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Because the goal and the cock over, and I just can't seem to get enough.
Sancho. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho.
Oh, the fans going wild. The Jadon Sancho song was back out in force. The Gini Wijnaldum song was back out in force. Absolutely fantastic. What a way to get through in the Champions League. Domination, mate.
Perfect. But the perfect performance. I'm truly proud of, Chris. Look at that. 4-0. Easy. Wow,
mate. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure streaming with you today. I've really enjoyed that. The way you took to the fucking commentary, I thought, as soon as you started, I was like, we're sound. We're going to be absolutely sound here. And then in the press conference dealing with me, you had me rattled at points, so it was fucking brilliant, mate. I really enjoyed it.
No, it's been good. If you ever want me back, you know where I am.
Absolutely, mate. Absolute pleasure. Listen, I'm going to let you go. I know you've got a video. You're probably going to want to jump in the comments and stuff. Please do go over, drop a sub on Dr. Benji FM on YouTube. Please do that. And obviously on Twitch as well. You stream almost daily, don't you, mate?
Yeah, pretty much every single day, either 1 PM or 9 PM start, either or.
And it's bosh. Honestly, I've been watching it. Benji knows. I've jumped in there at least 2 or 3 times over the last week and stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. So please do go and support him as well. Thank you again, mate, for coming over.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Really
for having me.
Appreciate it. Loved it.
It's been really good. Thank you for everyone watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you follow in on all platforms if you came from me. And see you in a bit, Christopher.
Take it easy, mate. Bye, everyone.